Check, check. Yeah, that's it. Wait a minute. Yes, that is it. And this should not be on. Let me mute this source. Just drag it to nothing for now. And oh wait, there's the button. How's it going, everybody? Here we can get some mad beats going again. Uh-oh. I think I turned it up between songs. How y'all doing tonight? Late AF. Sorry. Check, check. I think we're coming in good. Let me know if anything's on the wrong levels here. God, it's been busy. This is stupid. I just want a day off, everybody. Can I have a goddamn day off? And like, I would take a day off streaming. That's a day off for me. I like this. I really enjoy it. My elbows hurt. Like I guess that's technically tennis elbow is what it is. I thought it was jerking off elbow, but how do you get that in both? I'm not that talented. I'll be honest with you. I tried doing the stranger. It's where you make it go numb and then you use the opposite arm, so it's like different. Just doesn't seem to work that way. Not for me anyways. Listen, put a 1 in the chat if it works for you, the stranger. I think the official stranger is you're supposed to make the hand go completely numb. And then you can't even feel it. It's like you're not there. But I feel like the action, like the will, the fact that you're like, you believe in yourself so much, I think it really ruins it, you know? Let's face it. There's nothing quite as good as getting touched by somebody else, but we're not going to go there right now. Demonetized already, but that's why you run that 1 minute video or music video at the beginning, because you just get yourself away from the beginning. You use words right too. You move yourself away from advertisers, and then you can say whatever the hell you want. And apparently, unfortunately for Mr. Rock over there, I get to say almost whatever I want and keep my green. Maybe that says more about some streamers than others. That's all I'll say. Even my petitito stream and video were both green. Now, listen, YouTube can make that green monetize all they want. They're a bunch of liars. Hold on. We're gonna bring back the Screaming Beaver, okay? The Screaming Beaver will return soon. But for now, it's Carlton Dance. They can say it's green all they want, and it would get even more suppressed if it actually got yellowed. But you know what? They still don't show it around. Like, that video got like 600 views or something, which is, I mean, I'd be like lying if I said I wouldn't have ever been happy with 600 views back when I started. That would have been like, oh my God. But now I want more, damn it. How's everybody doing out there? I'm gonna say hi to the chat. I gotta bring you here so I can take a look at you. Where are you, bastards? Which chat am I grabbing to? Oh, wrong chat. Okay, I got this one here. We got Holy Smalls coming in hot. First one, actually, except Charlie, not me. Although he did respond to Holy, so the official winner of this race was Holy Smalls. So Holy, I don't have any words for you, but I should. Damn it, we need to do like a t-shirt giveaway or something. We gotta figure that out. I'll try to figure that out. Charlie Welch, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Here, I'll pull this in front down here. I can look at you guys all while I read this for a second. Irish Dublin girl. Let me get my eyes on here. Anacito Maldonado. That name. See, you know what's funny is I never realized Maldonado. I never realized how similar that was to Tiger King's name until now. In fact, wasn't he literally a Maldonado? That's awesome. That's so sweet. That would be my only Halloween costume from then on, to be like, I'm literally a Maldonado. I'm just like, this isn't even like, I'm not even trying here, you know? Cygnus TSP, I should be sleeping. Zzz. Yeah, where are you out of again? Like continent-wise, Cygnus? I apologize for not remembering. I really do. Irish Dublin girl, I feel like I know where you're out of, but at the same time, like, time-wise, it doesn't seem to work out with whenever you're here. So I could be wrong. Maybe you've moved. Or maybe that's just like a persona. The hell happened over here? Vegas baby girl became a member. Am I reading this right? Oh no, she's got it. Damn it. Hello, Beaver. She's a member for 5 months. Sorry, it doesn't distinguish on the screen for me. So I had a, yeah, but yeah. No. Awesome. Vegas baby girl, I don't know why I didn't really realize that you were actually a member, but it's probably because you're also a mod, and then you get that blueness, and then you hide. You guys hide behind the awesome blue too. Sorry, I don't want to like reference it like you need the blue to be cool or something, but You do, okay? That's all there is to it. Get the fuck out. Now, I'm not done reading your names. Where the hell did that window go? That's right. I'm getting stale. Haven't done this in like this. Think about it though. 3 full weeks. I was like, I have to stream tonight. It doesn't matter if it's like 11 o'clock at night. I'm streaming. I don't know if you guys have noticed before I continue. Has anybody seen anything different here? Is there anything like sexier around here? It might actually be sexier, or it could be blemishier. I'll tell you one thing that's shitty about a better camera. Like, I was like, holy shit. Like, am I that old? Fuck. Nobody likes an old beaver, right? Oh, shit. I mean, I don't know. There's, see, I say that, but Cygnus, you as well? Anyways, Vegas Baby Girl, thank you for 5 months of membership. And Cygnus TSP hiding behind the blue. Western New York, where the beavers aren't extinct yet. Oh, good. Good. You guys probably where that story of the beaver that like was damming up items in the woman's house or something comes from. Maybe that was Canadian. I don't even know. We've got beavers here. That's all there's to it. I was going to say, I do want to finish saying that, you know, we joke about people not wanting old beavers, but you and I both know that there is an entire website out there that I doubt you'd have to hunt very hard for that is only old beavers. Okay, I'll leave it there. But old beavers and silverbacks, okay? I don't want to be like sex specific on this, okay? There is a site out there for old white goatee, just straight up, just ready to... I want to be an old silverback one day. Hey, listen, you either get to silverback or you don't. Make your choice, you know? Because if you're not around a silverback, shit went south on you. Maybe this thing went WebMD on me. I was talking to Vegas Baby Girl in Discord, and I was like, it's like, well, you never know. You know, WebMD said that, like, you know, even though this is like this non-lethal cancer, in some cases it can lead to your lymph nodes and then invade your brain. And I'm like, oh, yeah. But what if that happened? She's like, doesn't everything lead to cancer? Like, and I'm like, yeah, but this is cancer leading to more cancer. So, I mean, you know. And then I found a GIF without even hunting very hard. I think I just typed cancer or WebMD. I typed WebMD into Discord's GIF thing. And the first thing came up was Daily Show with Trevor Noah, and it just had the WebMD. It's definitely cancer. DMing you a couple pics on Discord. Let's look at this plane crash stuff. Ooh, is that the like imprint on the ground? Man, I found out that like, I think I was watching Mr. Ballin for it. I found out like that guy, there's like an old French dude that jumped off the Eiffel Tower and he thought he could fly with his little wingsuit. That's so sad, you know? You know, these people that like were like, I'm smart. You'll see. It's like, dude, that thing's made out of like what was a trench coat made of back then? It was like a woolly like knit, or like some sort of like thick, like wool laden material. Oh yeah, baby, that's gonna fly. Don't worry, jump right off that thing. Go. Just hey, before you go, just sign this. It just says if you die, I get all your shit. Cause yeah. Yeah, fuck cancer. Oh, that's shitty, man. I hope, Mr. Andrat, I hope it's hope it's not too bad. I would hardly call, unless it becomes something bigger in my life, I would hardly call this little baby hiding under here a cancer scare. I mean, it's cancer. I mean, I haven't. There's no. It has to be sent has to be sent to be, you know, poked and prodded by the people that know. But my doctor was just, oh yeah, it was. Yeah, we're gonna take that off. It's like no hesitation. I mean, it's like he didn't seem scared or worried or anything. That's why I've been waiting a few weeks to see the doctor. Next week, by the way. But back to about being sexy, okay, and blemishes and old, and then like ADHD just swung me left, and that's right in the description. See, I planned for this. The problem I'm having now is you guys can definitely tell when I've hit the Deutsche, because this camera, so maybe you didn't watch me on the plot hole, but I have a sexy new camera. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the donations, guys. And like, like always. Thank you for hitting the like button, for just being here, because that's what finally helped pay for this camera. Nobody went Hollywood here. We just got a nice mirrorless. I keep calling it DLSR and being told that I'm wrong and that mirrorless is better anyways or something. I don't know. So Johnny hooked me up with some model numbers. Let's put it that way. I don't know shit about cameras. I was like, I need a camera. I need it to be okay. I need it to be cheap, you know, as far as good camera cheap. Like, for instance, I think the model that Team Skeptic uses, when I looked it up, is about $200 or $300 more probably after tax. And I didn't really feel like paying the extra from where I was in my price point already. So I went with the Sony A6000, and we are rocking that bad boy right now. And that's why we got that sweet Boca Chica effect back behind us. I'm kidding. I know it's called Boca. I think I was calling it a Buccarati effect or something like that to Johnny, just because I wanted to. I've been working like a madman. Hey, Johnny, you coming on, though? Get it. You want to come on? I missed a Y in that, but he gets it. We're all there together. Yes, Quantum, I will grab those pictures in a second. Extra J is sending them. I'm only a high Q flexpert and can't do... Oh, okay, I see. Extra J, I see it there. That's fucked up. I gotta be honest with you guys. I gotta stop hitting the bong. My throat has hurt for a while now. It's from coughing so much. On that note, it's not good, you know? Like, I'm okay with the cannabis. It's just the smoking part. See, I have this thing right here. It's basically like Canada's answer to the volcano. It comes from Toronto, but it's awesome. I mean, I guess I'm showing apparatuses on fucking YouTube, aren't I? Let's get that off the fucking screen. Well, let's at least pull the thing off the top. It's just a piece of technology, people. And the other thing was something else. Don't worry about that. I don't think that was enough to get me into trouble, but at some point, there's got to be a line. Oh, man. I'm having a good night already. This is fun. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. Let's see the code. Team needs all the help he can get from a quality camera to make him look good. Oh, I think it does the opposite, Commander. It's like, he'd probably be good with a nice, like, Sony, or sorry, Logitech Brio or something like that, you know? Just enough definition so you can get a little bit, but you don't want to dial too far forward, you know? Like, you want to, like, a healthy blur on Skeptic is This asshole's gonna watch this later. Put ice on that bong. Is that why my throat hurts? It's like a triple boiler. It doesn't even feel like anything. It just feels like smoke. That's the problem. Switch strains or use a bed vape. Well, that's what this is. I just gotta... It's got a fan built into it. It's got like alarms on it. It'll sing you songs. I'm actually making the rest of the shit up, but it has fans and stuff. So it comes with a fucking potpourri thing. Like I think it's right here. Hold on. We can potpourri the room. We'll potpourri live. It'll be... Well, I gotta make sure I don't run these wires over. It'll be a live potpourriing. Oh, tell me the potpourri's still in here. It comes with a free potpourri. These are all bonger apparatuses. Oh, it's potpourri! Oh, we're doing this, guys. Okay, so it has a bag for potpourri. This is actually potpourri, okay? YouTube, popa-fucking-ri, okay? This is not drugs. That is potpourri. And it has a bag that you can fill with potpourri. Now, that is actual potpourri. But you don't want to fill this with potpourri. You fill it with something that's not potpourri, but it's fun. Pre-COVID, this was a good way to have a party. Post-COVID, it's a good way to get fucking COVID. Now that I've said that word a bunch of times, we're also demonetized. Isn't YouTube fun now? All these trigger words. So I actually haven't used this in a long time, but I think there's like a little adapter and you just put this on the top, and it fills the bag with the fan and fills it with smoke. And then you pass the sweet-smelling potpourri around so everybody can get a nice smell of the sweet potpourri as you pass it around the room. A remote, so apparently you can remote control cannabis. Maybe that's for the potpourri. I've never potpourried though. We're gonna do this, people. This has to be the potpourri right here. This is like a little boiler. Look at this thing. I haven't even opened them. See, they're all still packaged. They've been there for like 2 years. I mean, who uses potpourri? Somebody out there, put a 1 in the chat if you potpourri. And like, I mean real potpourri. The fuck is this? This has to be the potpourri pot, right? My wife will come down and be like, the fuck is going on down here? It's either catnip or potpourri. The fuck is this? Is this... Okay, they can't have sent us anything but potpourri. This isn't... It's real cannabis. Like, what the fuck? Is there another thing in here? Like, what? I'm gonna be honest with it. Oh, another filter though. I do need that. This is gonna smell like ass. Fuck, this is gonna be so bad. Let's do it. Let's potpourri, everybody. We're gonna do this. We ain't afraid no ghosts. Fuck. Come on. I'm not afraid. You afraid? Okay, so you take... This is actually potpourri again, YouTube, okay? This is real potpourri. Okay, this is... It's a potpourri or nutmeg, because it's definitely not cannabis. They just sent you fucking... The supply chains are stretched. Just put nutmeg in there. They'll never notice. Oh, fuck, I think I sucked some up my nose. It's very sweet up there. So, who's got bets this blows it everywhere? Come here, Wire. Where are you? Fuck. I've got something set up here I don't want to move, so hold on. Okay, okay. Let's do this. We're going to potpourri before we get back to other things. You can't tell me it's like a chance of rain and have it not potpourri in here. And besides, if this channel wasn't about just going with your adventurous side and living life to the fullest, I don't know what ADHD... Oh man, I'm not drunk, but apparently I should be. ADHD is about. This is all gonna be switched up pretty soon. I got vMix. Well, okay. I have a copy of vMix that has been graciously gifted me by the great and wonderful FTFE. But right now I have the trial version, which is basically like an all-encompassing full version until you put the code in for whatever copy you're gonna use. I'll probably end up buying it, to be honest with you. It is a pretty sweet program. And initially I was scared of it because it's quite a program. But after making sure that's off, spending a lot of time using OBS, it's kind of not that hard anymore. Okay, so first things first. Okay, so the fan doesn't seem too powerful yet. So first we have to activate it at, goddamn, that's unfocused. There's numbers on here, just believe me, okay? It's an LCD screen. So here, we'll just let her warm up for now. And then you guys can be part of the potpourri experience. But I'm going to have to describe it to you, obviously, because smell-o-vision isn't a thing. But that's probably good, because BO is still a thing. So it hasn't gone away yet. I wonder what a good temperature is. I don't know. What do you guys think? Potpourri at about 150 Fahrenheit should be pretty good, or Celsius? That's damn fucking hot. God damn, that's hot. Oh, you know, that is nice. That is nice. Oh, we'll turn the... Can you hear it? Oh, you can't because I'm using OBS broadcast. Or NVIDIA broadcast. Hold on, let's turn the fan up. That's not how you do that. Okay. Okay. It's got a sleep timer. Okay, in case you want to... Okay. Fuck, it just turns off. It's like, this guy is spent. Shut this shit down. There we go. Oh, that's fan off. Okay, let's do this. Okay. We got fan on full. Okay. There we go. It is kind of nice, I won't lie. It warms it up. It kind of blows it at you, you know? Look at that. There you go. Oh, beautiful blue ambiance light comes out the bottom, too. You can actually order these out of Canada. They're called an Airizer. A-R-I-Z. I don't know the rest. Something like that. It's gonna be a rough stream. Airizer? Yeah, Airizer. A-R-I-Z-E-R? Does it have a name on it? Show yourself! Says a bunch of shit. Can't read it. Anyways, I digress. Oh, shit! It did it! No! No, turn down! Oh, no! Oh, why are you doing this to me? Oh, it fucking look at it blew it. Why wasn't he just blowing everywhere at first? This can't be how this was intended to work. Well, okay, so am I not supposed to? Well, maybe I'm not supposed to use the fan. Okay, we'll turn the fan off. We'll turn the fan off for a minute. This is ridiculous. What the fuck happened here? Okay, we're gonna put her back. We're just gonna let it warm up. I decided now I have to see if there's like potpourri in my goddamn coffee. Oh, that was damn close. That potpourri was skirting right by the edge here. Oh, that's a bubble. I got potpourri on my hand. Okay, hold on. We'll worry about cleaning this later, but let me get the potpourri off the fucking desk here. Okay. That's fun. That was like Mark Rober's glitter bomb, I think. Except potpourri. It's like my potpourri gnome. By the way, if you guys see me like suddenly scream and run like a little girl, I've been getting wasps in here, and it's like been my personal nom. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's been like a little bit. Like, it doesn't matter if it's like 3 in the morning or 9 in the afternoon or 2 in the evening. It's like 9 in the afternoon, 2 in the evening. That was a good switch. But continuing forward, you know, I had one on my finger at my keyboard here, which was not cool. And he died. She, whatever. And then I had one where I caught it in the peripheral like a couple days ago where it came, I was like, what the fuck? And it came out from under my desk, just kind of flying out like, hey, how's it going, bro? And of course that was a little unsettling. And then like, you know, you just be sitting here and be like, fucking wasp will go by and you're like, where the fuck are you all coming from? Every day I come down here and there's new dead wasps on my carpet somewhere. And like, do you think I could fucking find where they're coming from? I thought I found where they're coming from. I sealed it with plastic. They're still coming in somewhere. Come down yesterday, there's one just walking along the fucking tile. I pick up a hammer, just kill it. Like, spend another 5 minutes looking around every fucking crack and cranny trying to find where they're coming in. Nope. Next day, more dead wasps. It's like, what the fuck is happening in my life? So it's kind of like an episode of The Mist around here for me. So if all of a sudden you see me go, motherfucker, and then I just like flee, it's because I am living in a war zone. I hate those things. Wasps or bats swooping and screeching. We can't stop here. This is bat country. I'm going to show those pictures, Quantum. I haven't forgotten. I bet $10 that it would be someone owes me money. I can't read tonight. I bet $10 that it would. So someone owes me money, Brainy. God damn. I was talking to FTFE. We were having a meeting about our part and level, which I have to get to editing with him. It was, I'll read Mitch, by the way, I'll read your super chat here in just a second, please. And thank you very much. Cygnus. And he was like, I was like, it's 5 in the afternoon for me, but I just got home from work and I've been working all day up a ladder. And he's like trying to talk to me, and I was like spaced right out. He's like, you sound tired. Maybe I'll just like, so just watch that segment and we'll touch base like in a couple days. And I'm like, so he can confirm that that was true, probably. Maybe. Give me a few. How long you on tonight? I don't know, Johnny. I am on. If you're lurking out there, Johnny, I'm on until I run out of steam and things to talk about. A boot. Here, you know what? A boot. 2 O's. There you go. I had to make it true to form. Now he's just laughing at me all of a sudden, talking a boot. Okay, C-Mitch plays. Let's see, what's the comment here? $10. Thank you very much for your American ducats. I talked myself out of buying a new MacBook Pro, so I have some extra money. Have some of it, Beaver. Aw, thank you, C-Mitch Plays. I really appreciate that. Well, I appreciate it because it goes a long way towards things like this beautiful camera that I just got the dummy battery for. It's made by Newer. Hopefully it doesn't smoke my camera. I don't know. Can't even find a Sony one. So here we are. But thank you very much for helping contribute to technology. But like, I don't like that you guys can see how shiny my eyeballs are now. It's not cool. Like I came in the like first time I was testing with Johnny because I didn't even have the dummy battery yet. So it was like I had an hour of runtime. We were testing it, and it was like, I was looking at my eyes. I was like, whoa, you can tell how baked I am. It was a bit of a weird revelation. Oh, Cygnus, your comment just disappeared on both my things. I gotta scroll up. It literally, as I went to click on it, it vanished on me. I was like, fuck. Wait, didn't you comment more recently than... What? Oh, there it is. Okay, sorry, it skipped on me. Thank you very much again, Mitch, by the way. Please and thank you. Yeah, it's nice when you talk yourself out of buying things and you're really like, yeah, I don't need that. I'm okay. You know, I feel good when I buy electronics too, but there's always that buyer's remorse. I won't lie, I had the least amount of buyer's remorse I've ever had when I built the current computer that we're streaming this on right now, because things have never ran smoother over here as far as streaming. So now, and that just happened in the last couple months. So now it's just a matter of, you know, adjusting the time scales here, getting some fucking shit done, and moving forward. Cygnus TSP. So I've literally listened to nothing Brainy has said tonight. He is streaming. Is he streaming, or are we just chatting, not needing him? I mean, don't get me wrong. That's how it happens sometimes. And like, I've been in MC Tunes chats and stuff, and I'm like, not even, like, literally just not even part of the fucking debate or anything. You're just having like a 20-minute conversation with somebody in the chats, and you're like, oh yeah, I guess there's people talking. We got some fun things to talk about here, don't worry. Oh, we're going to bring them up right away. Okay, so let me hit the chat here just for one more minute and just say hi to some people I didn't say hi to. Facty, the plot hole, you are lurking. That's right, you're not Johnny on there. You're the plot hole. Angie, is this Angie? Is this somebody else, Angie? I'm just kidding, Angie. That's mean. Hey, listen, Angie. Hey. Fuck all that bullshit. And you, people that don't know what we're talking about don't need to know what we're talking about. People who know what we're talking about, that's, I don't think anybody gives a damn. So, you know, I think we've all been there. That's the thing. Relationships are fucking difficult. So moving forward, because this is what this is about. NANA, how are you doing? Mr. Android, I'm sorry to hear about your dad. Johnny, who the hell is that guy again? Microraptor, how are you doing about? Charlie Welch, I've already said hi to you, but hi again. Jinzu, I am pronouncing that right apparently. My lord. By the way, my Twitter doesn't exist anymore. But if it did, I don't know what nationality you are, but I've been awfully mean to the Chinese at times. So if that's at all your nationality, I apologize. It wasn't racist. I'm just not happy with how they were treating our damn diplomats. Arrest them. Oh yeah. That's politics. I don't want to do politics. It's just that fucking. It was like we arrested that Huawei executive, and they were like a day later they like grabbed two. Like one was a retired diplomat, or he was like running a business, and they're like espionage. It's like it has nothing to do with this. Would you like to trade your diplomats for her? Oh, you guys don't want to? Okay, yeah, no, it hasn't. Listen, their detention has nothing to do with it, unless you want to trade. So I was a little bit boisterous at times on Twitter. For instance, I don't know why we have a Chinese embassy in Canada. All it does is spread propaganda within the borders of Canada. I don't see a need for that. They want to spread propaganda. They can do it the normal old-fashioned way. I don't think we need to give them a house to do it from within our location. So, you know, they can rent a dormitory and spread it that way if they want to. I just don't think they need to get diplomatic immunity to do it from home base. So it's not a. This is that's not about racism. That's about having national pride and you know our country, like anybody's seen any of that, our country, and is along with a lot of countries, but our country's given a lot of money to China over the last couple decades, and it's a pretty big slap in the face. So anyways, but that's okay, because Huawei's not doing so hot, and they're definitely going to get banned from our network now. Ooh, baby, we got our diplomats back now, so they're getting banned. Anyways, Jinzu, it's probably just a name. I just was making sure there was no hard feelings. What is your image? That is a awfully odd. So it's like a ram with like, the fuck am I looking at, Jinzu? It's like a multi-eyed ram with, am I seeing this right? It's like, I mean, it's obviously just like a Photoshop kind of thing, but they've like doubled the head and it's got like double horns, double eyes. Am I seeing this right? I made it bigger because I'm cool like that. And then I got 2 other donations. The Logical Hillbilly for $10. Mr. Beaver, how the hell are you, sir? I am good. I'm good. I can't believe you guys want to give me $10. That's too nice of you. But yeah, no, I'm good. Honestly, I'm good. I've been busy. I spent. Oh, this isn't blowing now because I don't know. It might just be starting a fire with potpourri. I'm not entirely sure. You know what? It works really good with cannabis. I think this is probably just for like. I mean, let's face it. This is probably some sort of like import thing or something like that, right? Like for other countries, like, oh, it's a potpourri dispenser. It warms your potpourri. Didn't you know? I mean, it's so easy. I mean, it's simple. You put your potpourri in, it's really warm. And then you get this beautiful smell. And the bag is in case you want to have a potpourri smelling party, right? Yeah. I assume. Anyways. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Thanks. Thank you very much, The Logical Hillbilly. I appreciate it. Elizabeth Sylvester with 5 Canadian ducats. I love you, Brainy. You deserve this valuable $5. Hey, listen, just your presence and people watching and hitting the like button if you haven't, please. That's all important and valuable. So, but yes, your $5 is as valuable as any other donation. So, I just want everybody to, I just don't like to, I want everybody to always know that donations aren't what makes a person special. Some people have more ability to give than others, and like Holy will always say when you press her, if I say something like this, Holy will usually say something like, you know, they like to, it's a he, I know this. He likes to give a bit more, knowing that others can't. And so, I mean, everybody's got their different amounts. I've been doing a bit more super chatting again lately because, you know, business has been doing well, and, you know, I'm not like rolling in dough, but I don't feel pinched. Like I don't feel like I'm being pushed underwater like I was for a couple of years now. So now that ebbs and flows, I guess we'll talk about that again in 6 months and see where we all land again. But for now, I don't feel like I'm sinking anymore all the time. So it's been a lot easier to, you know, give away donations and try to be more philanthropic. I guess it's not really philanthropy to give a YouTuber money, I guess, although we're all pretty poor usually. Some of us. Some people are doing okay. I wouldn't say that about most of the top YouTubers, let's put it that way. I mean, even Philip DeFranco in today's episode, when he was talking about YouTubers talking about depression, he said, I don't know. He goes, I just look at the bank and just kind of push it all down. Like, you know, I'm like, it's definitely one of the things that help probably. I don't know. You tell me. What is this? Johnny, what have you sent me? You kicking my boot? You're booting my butt? Aw, you wish. You're a pretty big dude. I'd be in shit. Oh. Me and Team together, we could get you, Johnny. Listen. I'm no small guy. Team will be like a jockey in Left 4 Dead, okay? Team's gonna come in high, okay? First of all, he's gonna come in high. and he's gonna jump on your back, Johnny, like a little tiny little thing. They make you. Yeah, hey, listen, you guys have played Left 4 Dead, right? They make that little sound like that sounds a lot like Team. So he's gonna get on your back and he's gonna ride that thing. And what they do is they cover your eyes so you don't know where you're going and they steer you. And then I'm gonna take him out on the low side. So I'll come at the legs, Johnny, and we're gonna sweep you. Cause like I have a feeling that you're a bigger dude than me, but you know what? I'm like 2/3 of a Johnny. I think. Actually, it might not even be true. Weight wise, I might be as big as you. I'm not a small. In talking in all ways too. It's not like it's significant in any one proportion. You didn't read my whole message. I did. Did I cut it off? Hold on. Oh wait, can we video chat tomorrow and sometime on Discord? You know, Elizabeth Sylvester, we can chat on Discord. I don't typically like video chat on Discord, and I'm on video. Like, I mean, I can sometime. I feel free to message me on Discord. I haven't had the time to do anything lately. Like tomorrow, I have to be out of the house all day. I'm going to be up a ladder, and then I have a hot water tank to install, and I have all kinds of shit that I gotta do. I gotta poison the little jockeys on the bees, all the mites, varroa mites and stuff. I gotta poison them with my homemade oxalic acid vaporizer and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I don't mind chatting with people. I mean, cause like I chat with Vegas baby girl, you can ask her, just send me a message. I'm always around, you know, my Discord's in my phone and stuff, and there's a member area. I think you're in it, or maybe you aren't. It doesn't matter. I'm in the regular Discord part too, so just come on in. But yeah, I don't typically have a ton of time for you know, doing like voice, you know, or like if I did, I'd actually be doing it right now because of course I have members and I have commitments that I want to make. I've just been trying to hold down the fort here as best I can, and to be honest with you, like, I still have that fucking Lego. Like I haven't done it because I told my kid that we would start it together. Like I might finish it on stream alone without him, but I said we'd start it together. And like, look at this. Like I still have this thing. Still got this whole baby right here. He's gonna find out there's missing parts and I'm fucked. But anyways, I didn't even open it yet. It looks official, the tape. I mean, I guess I could open it. It's just gonna be a box of parts, isn't it? I mean, I could tape it back together as long as I don't disassemble it. Because I really want to put this together with my kid, but I haven't even had time in like literally like in months. Holy fuck. That's just parts. Holy shit. Comes with a friggin' manual. Look how thick that thing is. Alright. Probably French in there too, mind you, but. Alright, well, that looks like that's gonna be a whole kind of hell that I'm not ready for, but anyways. So yeah, Apollo. Still gotta build this bitch. But we'll get there. We'll get there. But hey, listen, Elizabeth, I'm not pushing you off. I'm just saying, come on by in the Discord. I think you're in there already anyways, and just shoot me a message. Hey, spending a little quality with the wife, but thank you. Okay, yeah, JL, have a good night, bud. Extra J, I'm just checking these pictures. That's fucking insane. I'll get these extra J. I'll hit these up in a second, okay, bud? And then... But Elizabeth, by the way, thank you very much for the $5 Canadian in this case. And then Holy Smalls with another donation. I found out in a diversity training that ADHD is a disability. So us disabled guys gotta stick together. Throws a Fox gang sign, a faux gang sign up. A Fox gang sign, a Fox gang sign. Sorry, that was me trying to pretend I know how to say words. I'm in your gang at Holy Smalls. It's 5% of everybody's in our gang, Elizabeth. That's what she said. It's going to be a box of parts. Brainy Beaver on a Lego set. Brilliance. Well, hey, listen, okay? Shut the fuck up. This is why I like you, Johnny. God damn it. Fuck. I mean, yeah, okay. Hey, listen here, hold on. We'll never get to it if we don't. Okay, Holy Smalls, thank you for the donation. And listen, in recognition of all the donations so far, we are going to play the official thing that I've never finished cutting out into a GIF because, goddamn, you know, God forbid I do things, you know, get them done, you know, God forbid. But because I love to party, I like the song. It is prepared. Okay, everybody. This is for the donations so far. Thank you. All right, now let's make sure we got the audio mixing right here. Okay, we gotta kill the music, everybody. Thank you. This is what it's about. This is about opening Bratislavan hotels. Oh wait, I might be off target there, but you get it. Yeah. So thank you very much, honestly, to everybody so far that's donated and just hung out with me. Mark Beiser, derp. This guy is the guy that makes me feel like a goddamn joke when it comes to knowing my craft, if you will. This guy, man, I'll show you. Mark, I'm gonna show you something. I made something. Give me 1 second, and I can. That's not the app I want. These aren't the droids you're looking for. God damn it! Get out of my way, Windows. Paint. I want paint. Like a child, I want to open paint. I won't open a billboard of doom. Sorry, some people here will probably get that joke. Other people are going to be like, what is he joking about? And if you don't know, I don't feel like... Hootie rock! Ah, fuck. Sorry. I like to mine for salt every once in a while. It's fun. Think, Scott. Think. What were you doing? Fuck. Okay, I got to take a name out of this, though. Here. Delete. Yeah, this'll work. This'll work. Here, I'm gonna share a screen for a second. You guys ready? You guys ready? But Mark, you ready? Are you ready for this? Don't. Anybody ready for this? Where is it? Window capture? Yeah, window capture. That's the one. That's the one. Oh yeah, we're gonna capture that window so good. Oh God, capture the window for me. Wait, paint? Paint dot. Yeah, that's the one. All right. There's what I did today. Free cool schematic. I was working on that today. There it is, right here. Read 'em and weep. That is a Brainy Beaver special right there. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Study it. Enjoy it. What does it do? What does it do? All right, well, let's go through this together, class. Okay, so... All right, class, what we have here. Okay, so what we have here is we have the Y terminal that when you turn on your air conditioner, the power would normally, this wouldn't be here, the power would normally go and start the air conditioner and turn on the fan and some shit. So what we want to do is we want the AC to not run below a certain temperature. And we want the damper that I'm going to install. See, now to buy this thing was going to cost about $4,000. I can do the entire job for less than $4,000, including my labor, by doing it myself. So this damper up here is going to come on. And, okay, let's start again. So let's pretend it's cold out and you don't want the AC to run. So what happens is a sensor flips this open. So now this opens up and becomes like this. And this one closes. So now, when the signal comes from the thermostat, it doesn't go to the air conditioner anymore. It goes, this closes, and on a different circuit, they're totally separate from each other. And over here, 24 volts will now go through here, activate this relay. This is the coil on the relay. This is back to common, like a neutral. And when this coil activates, it will close R1 over here on purple, which is going to provide power to the motor. And of course, 24 volts is already passed here because this activated. So it goes up here to this 24 volt damper, which is going to actuate and open. And then back to common. And then, yeah. And then so the motor will start. The damper will open. And the only thing I'm concerned about is the damper. It shouldn't, because I think it's just a center damper. But if it's a certain type of damper, it might get stuck closed if the motor starts too rapidly to pull in air. So what I'll do in that case is I'll put a time delay relay right here, like an on delay. So tell it when you get a signal to turn on, you wait like 30 seconds or something, and then it'll take 30 extra seconds to activate R1, and then that'll close R1 circuit here 30 seconds later, which will then activate the motor, which gives the damper time to open. So the only thing I'm a little concerned about is if it gets too cold out. So if that eventually happens, I might have to add another control that actually does, like, eventually opens this circuit too, like all this circuit here, and makes it not work either. But we'll figure that out when we get there. I don't think I'm gonna have to. It's probably gonna temper pretty good, but yeah. So that's kind of like what I do a little bit of. No, Mark, we don't know. We're not gonna push. We're just gonna let no. Yes, you're right technically, but this is going to be a very rough, cool space. We're going to just jam some cold air into the duct. It's going to cool it down very rapidly, and there should be an exhaust. But I can just put a natural at that point. I mean, fair enough. I guess I could put another damper on the out, but it's just gonna press out under the door and get out of the fucking space. Don't worry about it. It is very rudimentary, but it's gonna work. I mean, it's 400 CFM. It's gonna jam that shit into space and pressurize it a bit, but it's not gonna affect them like that because it's a hair studio. So it doesn't have. There's no gas burning appliances in the building anywhere. There's no chimneys anywhere in the building or anything. So. It shouldn't cause any like plumbing issues by like it's not going to put the building in a negative, which is the worst. If you got to pick positive or negative, then you're going to want positive. But no, it's a very like we're fixing an issue that has been overlooked by previous owners that we're just trying to get a. Like the other option was to do an air conditioner that was like set up for winter operation, but they weren't keen on the fact that it was going to cost the price of an air conditioner plus $1,000 of extra shit, plus the labor to install all that extra shit, and then their warranty was going to void when that happened, like from the equipment, not my work, but so like all that layered up, they weren't too thrilled about that option. So we're just kind of generating a free cool, but you know, Mark, you're not wrong about having to get the air out of the space. Yeah, what's not terribly expensive to you, Mark, might be more terribly expensive to the customer that I'm dealing with. We're just doing we're not worrying about dew points or anything. It's just a very crude, what it is they need cooling. My climate's, where do you live, Mark? Because my climate's also very different than yours. Like, it's pretty dry out once it gets cool here. Like I'm struggling to keep my house at 35% humidity right now. Like struggling to keep my house at 35% humidity. And it's like a fucking desert already, and it's not even snowing yet. So I don't really, that's technically how an economizer would work, but this is just an A419 control system. It's going to sense when the temperature drops below the minimum run point, and then it's just going to divert the signal over to a damper open, air in, right into the return space, and bada bing, bada boom, Bob's your uncle. It'll probably run for like 2 or 3 minutes at a time. Boom. I'm a little worried about misting and like cold air and warm air mixing, but we'll figure that out as we go. I can actually probably drill it if I have to. I can actually put a couple holes in the intake pipe and create like a natural mixing effect that'll happen on the way in. So, or restrict it with a manual damper too if I have to, but I need 6. I don't know what the fuck a 6 is. North Texas, mixed humid climate. Yeah, I mean, it's in the summer here, it's ball fucker, but in the summer here, it's so humid and hot that nobody's economizing ever at all. I mean, it wouldn't be any different in Texas, obviously, but yeah, we're not economizing. We only get like a month or two in the middle of the year when we're economizing, like, or I mean, all winter technically, but this isn't a rooftop unit. This is like, Mark, there's a 6-inch gap in the ceiling between the drywall, the top of the ceiling, and the top of the T-bar, like 6 fucking inches. In fact, it's so little space that I have to punch the hole through below the T-bar, bring it back up into the T-bar, run along, because I don't want the fan being right near the exterior damper, because it's going to get cold, it's going to frost, it's going to drip. So I want it to be down away from the damper so it's tempered itself by the time it gets to it a bit more. And even to do that, there's not enough room to put the muffin fan up there. So I literally have to come down out of the ceiling tile, mount the inline to the wall, and then up and out. So it's gonna be a fucking joke, to be honest with you. I wish you could keep the inside dry. Fucking look at this. Okay, so the 22.7 Celsius, you merkins, that is because I'm mining Ethereum, and no matter what I do, I cannot get this temperature in this basement down right now. And the 38 is like because it rained all day yesterday. Before that, it was 35, 34. So we're up a few percent because it spent the entire day raining yesterday. And my water is so hard that my humidifier I just fixed is already plugged. So good times. Worked for like a week. So anyways, I meant subs, but yeah, I could use 6 of what you're selling. Well, you need 6 subs for what? For like what, 6K? You can suck my balls. Sorry, was that the question you asked? Yeah, that was it. Yeah. Why you bring your fucking attitude in here, you know? All the excitement. You get out of here with that shit. Just kidding. Fuck. Hey, listen, this asshole's leading a tow row out for me. He's gonna help. Updates from the news desk. What the fuck? Okay, we're watching this. We're gonna make fun of Johnny live, everybody. All right, updates from the news desk, everybody. Hey, listen, Johnny makes hits off of our hits. It's only fucking fair. Listen, this is what you get, Johnny. This is what you fucking get. Your own medicine. This is how it happens, buddy.
Hey folks, Johnny O from the Plot Hole here. I'm not going to have a news show out as the plot thickens. It's not going to be out tomorrow. I'm going to try to get that out on Monday. As you can see, I'm still working on this documentary that I hope to have out shortly. But I promise to get some more uploads.
Hey, look at me.
Finger guns, baby.
Look at that asshole back there. Oh, man. Who asked you for this update, you 6,000 fucking subscriber asshole? Oh, yeah, this we're going to talk about this, guys. This is going to be talked about, okay? Yes, that is a very loud phone. I agree. You may not have heard the phone because I go through NVIDIA broadcast. Did you guys hear my phone just now? Tell me. And then where's the music? Ooh, I've been playing with some things, though. Here, look at this. Check this out. Just make sure there's no, like, stuff with my name on it around here. Ah, yes, Sir Brainy Beaver. That's my name. Here. Good times. Okay, so that's that camera. So I wonder if this is gonna cause problems, because it wasn't causing problems. It used to in my old computer, but I didn't try it on this computer. So what we'll do is we'll add another video capture device. Hey, look at that. We got other camera angles now too. This camera has not been set up, and it's a shitty older camera. It's my old girl, you know, one of them. So this is just something that's been being played with on the V mix, if you will. Anyways, okay. So just I got a camera sitting up here now, and we're trying to professional this up, you know, and then you can see my suite. Or where is it here? And then if I do it right, let's see here. Nope, I fail at life. You get my sweet view, so I can look all professional and stuff, and be like, you know, I'm running the show here, right between songs again. Like fuck, every time I touch the volume. Like, really? It has to be like slow as fuck. It's okay. I don't. It's terrible free music, but we love it, right? Here we go. See? Oh, look how professional it looks with me touching buttons, right? Isn't that how professional streamers do it? Come on. Fuck. All right. That's fun. Okay, so let's check the chats here, and then we're gonna get on with topics here, I think. And then Johnny, what have you said to me? Got condensed story read to post in chat. Well, why don't you, Extra J, why don't you just post it in here? Like in Discord. Sure, got condensed story ready to post in chat. Why don't you just post it right here and I'll read it for you. That's awesome. The guy killed a piece of grass shaped like a human being. Man, he must have oozed into the grass. Like, there's no way that he didn't, right? That's so fucked up. Oh my god. That's so fucked up. That's so crazy. Oh my god. No, I'm gonna show you guys in a second, okay? Let's make a humidity exchanger between your house and mine. 2 pipes underground, air pushed each direction. Sure, it's a couple thousand miles. Small details. Hey, Elon Musk thinks he can build a vacuum chamber that long. What's up and all? Rachel O'Donnell, how you doing? Muffin fan. Yeah, well, like muffin fan, like inline fan. AccuTools, blue flame combustion analyzer today. Now I'm 100% Bluetooth test instrument enabled. Mark, this guy's crazy. He just loves his tools. I got so much work right now, Mark. I can't even keep up. I'm booked for the stress level's down a little bit because I've caught up to a point where I'm not like being swamped. But like, I have furnaces I haven't even built yet. Like, I only did it like less than a week ago, but still, like, it's like I'm booked for 4 or 5 weeks, I think. And I just told somebody I was doing work for like a year or 2 ago, you know, that I don't have time for them on email because they don't pay me enough. I mean, it feels good and shitty at the same time. It's like, buddy, you know, I said, you know, to be honest with you, I was giving you prices so low, I was cutting the rug, you know, like they don't get much lower. So I was like, I just don't have the time for this. I said, you know, you might be better off picking another company to do it. And, you know, and if you need me to do it, I'm like, you're going to find that the requote on the price is going to be totally different than what you're expecting. Because I'm, you know, I was hungry and knew before. And of course, I knew he was taking advantage of that. But at the same time, that is what it is, you know. I was getting a bit of money out of it. But at the end of the day, like, he's more headache than he's worth. So it's just one of those kinds of contracts. It's just like, get out of here with that garbage. Like, Mark, tell me if I'm wrong. If you're the engineer... He's an engineer, okay? He runs an engineering firm, if you will, just like a one-guy operation. He's an East Indian gentleman. If you're an engineer and you're the engineer and you're going to supply the material and stuff like that, like, you know, on a furnace job and stuff like that, I get it. But the problem is he's then going to this, like, he wants me to do, like, a garage for, like, an exhaust system for a garage. And it's like, he's going to provide all the material. I'm just to provide the labor. But the problem is, like, I don't even have a fucking, I keep telling him, like, without a fucking material list, I can't even tell you what it's going to take to install that. So, like, you first have to provide me with a proper material list. And he, like, doesn't do it. And I got sick of the back and forth between, like, he'd say, oh, okay, well, I need, you know, like, I'm like, give me a scope. What are you asking for? Okay, cut, exhaust, in wall, blah, 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 all that stuff. The fuck is the wall made out of? What do you have any specs for the exhaust that's going in? You're providing it. What size is it? Like, all this stuff. I got something on my lip. I'm like, what size is it? Like, you know, and it's like, oh, provide downturn cowl and all that stuff. Like, but this is before he even gave me spec info. And it's like, I just got, so like, tell me if I'm wrong, Mark, but like, if he's the engineer and he's asking for a quote on this, and he's providing the material and stuff, should his job not be to literally provide me with like a blueprint saying, like, an engineered print? Like, am I wrong? Like, I should get basically like, we need, you know, I need duct, you know, and you know, it has the blueprint of the space, but it just says like fucking exhaust system. But it's like, should you not be providing me with, you know, I need, you know, 6-inch round here and like an actual design? Like, the normal function for that is that it goes out to an engineer. The engineer usually asks for payment to engineer the project. And then they either get an in-house engineer and they get a design, they get it actually like they engineer it, they put it to design, get it submitted out for quote, right? And then people like me pick up the quote, we look at it and we go, yeah, I need this much material, this, that, here's the spec for all this. And there's usually information attached to it. Like, am I the fucking asshole here, Mark? Well, and if they provide the equipment / yeah, and of course, Mark, I was putting up with it when I was a new business because you know how it is. I nobody's phoning, right? You know, you're sitting there and the phone just doesn't ring. So because of course you got ads out, but you know, people got to know you're there. It takes a little bit of time, and I'm in my 3rd year now, and of course COVID is kind of slowing. Like, we're pretty back to business here because most people are vaccinated in Canada. So like, you know, we go through bouts of, you know, having to wear our masks again, but we're pretty much at full capacity. So like everybody's fixing shit and building and so it's just go, go, go. So I just don't have the time for that bullshit now. But I even said to him in my email today, I said, you know, the problem is, I said, when you provide all the material, there's no ability for me to put any sort of like markups on any of the material. I said, I understand that's what you're trying to avoid. I said, but the issue with that is that I then have to try to quote you like way higher on the labor, because the problem is that on any sort of commercial job, I mean, Mark knows, there's always going to be shit you need to order. There's always going to be extra stuff that is unthought of, unaccounted for, and they need to. So how many fucking times am I going to be driving back and forth to this building and then having to call the go-between, because now I'm not even in charge of the material. So now I have to call the go-between back and forth and be like, yeah, we need another length of this. Like, it's hard enough to do these jobs when I'm in fucking charge of the material. Like, let alone, he's a custodial engineer. That's exactly what it is. He gets other people to do all the quoting and as much work as possible, and then he wants to get the price as low as possible so he can mark everything up himself and just make money, basically like he's like a liaison essentially at that point. Like, and the problem with that is, like, you know, when you're doing a small job, that's fine. You know, the risk is low. But when you're doing a big job, why am I going to put I'm the one that has all the risk. Because if it's not done right, you're going to come to me and you're going to say, fix it, bud. You gave me a quote to get the job done and it's not done right. So the problem is that I'm the one wearing all the risk at that point and he doesn't have any risk. So it's like this equation started to shift as soon as I got busy. And I mean, I just told him straight up. I said, I can't get to you for 5 to 6 weeks. I said, and when I do get to you, I said, if you insist on having me do this for you, I said, we're going to have to requote everything because prices have changed dramatically. I said, and you're going to find that that my labor is quoted at a drastically different rate than it used to be. I said, because I just don't have the time for this. Like, I don't have the time to not be making money when I could be making money in somewhere else. So it's just, what do you say? If you have to do the layout and materials list, price it at what you would normally charge for a turnkey job, including markup on materials minus the actual cost of the materials. Oh, that's a good point. Fuck, that's a good way of doing that. Wow, you're a thinker. Man, that's some pro level thinking right there. I'm going to be honest with you, Mark. I won't lie. Because you're right. That's essentially like, because then you've got the insurance built into the job. But of course the problem is he doesn't really tell me what the material is, right? Like, because of course he's going to order it now. And you know what, Mark, I think you know when I say this, too many hands in the cookie jar. Like, I don't need custodial engineers. Like, I'm doing a job right now, it's ductwork, like we're talking 18-inch spirals, and like I had to order $1,000 more material the other day. And yeah, it's going to put my quote out a little bit. I'm still going to make money, not as much as I'd like to have made, but these people they are the ones that have me booked for 4 more weeks. So baby's doing fine. That schematic I drew up for you, I'm going to make money on that. Cause I build them for my time to look at it initially, the time to engineer that schematic and design the system for them, the time to install it, and I gave myself an entire day. Oh, I gave myself the time to pick it up, the materials. I gave myself a bit of gas and overhead costs. And I gave myself an entire 8-hour day to fuck around with it afterwards in case there's problems with the way the controls are working. So, like, I even built a day of insurance into that one. So So which is necessary. It's not even overbuild. It's actually a necessary evil. I've done controls. Mark's done controls. You're $220 US per hour. Well, guess what? I'm like 89 now. 79 recently. I make good money at 70. See, wow. Mark, do you own your own company? Jesus. Sorry, I missed some chats here, you guys. I apologize in the chatting. Let's make a humidity exchange. Don't read that. I still haven't forgot about your images here because they're amazing. Hey, Extra J, throw that whole comment thing up in our Discord. Oh, there it is. Okay, you did. Never mind. I'll hit that in a second, bud. Let's see here. We got Maria. F that. They provide the equipment. They can find someone else. He's a custodial engineer. If you have to do the layout, blah 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 blah. Why don't you come to England and fix my combi boiler and have a nice little break? Oh, I wish I could come have a little break. That'd be great. Honestly, I wish I could have a break. It'd be so nice. I might, literally, I don't think it's from all the masturbating, but you never know. I mean, man. I mean, you gotta tug hard sometimes, right? It's from lifting those fucking 18-inch up the ladder. And the woman the client of, okay, so it's a tenant of the owners of the building. He knows why it's taking what it's taking to get the job done, but man, I had to have her cover her merchandise with a little bit of plastic sheets the other day, loose plastic. Fuck, you'd think the world came to an end, guys. You'd think the world was gonna crash down. She didn't say it, but you could feel the energy, you know? It was sorry, sweetheart. Sorry, I don't mean to be condescending. I would have said sweetheart if it was a man too, by the way, ladies. This is a sweetheart kind of moment. Okay? It's not, you don't have to have a vagina to be a sweetheart, okay? This is like a Karen thing, right? Now, I'm going to admit that I'm realizing now that we have given all of these things female connotations, and for that I will apologize. But I will not change course. Males can be sweethearts. I've definitely called a guy a sweetheart to his face. And he was being a sweetheart. Oh, well, okay. So, Mark, no wonder you've got all the toys. Big Daddy in charge. No, at $220 an hour is pretty, that must be, Jesus Christ. Is that your, okay, so wow. That has to be the company charge out rate, because if that's your wage, you're making more than lawyers. At which point, I salute you, sir. I call dudes sweethearts. Yeah, see? Are you just are you repeating me wholly, or are you agreeing with me? Dudes can be sweethearts. Man, they can be so sweetheart to be wow, sweetheart. I mean, I've been a sweetheart before, okay? Just calm down, sweetheart. It's yeah, you're right. Yeah, we can all be a little sweetheart sometimes. So since we've still not gotten to all the points here. Oh, it's on Top Chat. That's shit. Oh my God. I'm sorry if it missed a comment ever because Top Chat's garbage. It actually skips certain chats. It's you're not important enough to read your comment. Okay, so let us. Okay, I thought this was funny as shit, so it worked its way into the show right at the end. Okay, right at the end. So we're just gonna enjoy this together. Okay, so we got a little bit. Wonder if I can flip this shit. I'm gonna try something here. 1 second. Wonder if I can flip horizontal. Oh, pro level. You watch this work. This will work. Okay, so I don't know. I thought this was funny.
Father, as the eulogy got underway, the grieving relatives say they saw on his coffin a body part from another grave. CBS 2's Dave Carlin reports on.
That's some fucking pro level graphics right there. Hold on. Let's flip it back so you can really enjoy this with me. Don't get me wrong, I ain't hating. You gotta think the art department was so happy. And by the way, did it need a graphic? Like, did this actually need a graphic, do you think? Like, it's just so funny to me. Oh my god. What? Yeah. Guys, I want a tombstone with the word grave accident on it. A grave. Besides, the pun is just too much. Man, $200 and something an hour. Holy shit, Mark, though. That's like for $42 an hour is about what I get in Canadian. So if I was a wage earner at a company, but as a company bill out rate, that's crazy. Like, they barely make money on somebody like me around here. I make more money on me than they'd make. Okay, what am I doing? I gotta flip it again. Horizontal. Back to the ADHD.
On this grave accident.
I can hardly eat, hardly sleep. It's taking its toll on me.
Sandra Butler says she didn't think losing her 85-year-old father, Cleveland Butler, could be any more.
Anyways, we'll just skip ahead.
Something invaded the burial, coming out of the dirt of his grave.
Motherfucker, that's a foot. That is a foot right there, coming out of the fucking dirt. You saw it here, folks. It's a foot. That is a foot. So let's talk about this foot. No, wait. First, let's let them... I'm not laughing about dead people. I'm laughing about... They make a big deal out of this.
Grave. As you see in this photo taken by a relative, it's a bare leg on another corpse.
I'm there to bury my father.
I mean, that's being dramatic, isn't it already?
It's a bare leg on another corpse.
I don't know.
I'm there to bury my father, and it's somebody's feet on top of his cat.
I'm not sure if so listen, okay, so something I want to add to this conversation, okay, before we continue, okay? We'll stop it there for now. Let's talk for a second about this, okay? Let's talk about this, okay? Can we? Okay, so something I want to add to this is why are they confused about, like, it's like they're like, how in the world did a foot manage to make its way? What the hell did I push over here? Onto my grandfather's casket. Okay. How? Explain to me what a dead body was doing inside a cemetery, please. Shouldn't I be drawing an outline on that body part? You know what? You're right. Oh, fuck. You know what's funny, Flottle? Johnny, you know what's funny? I actually had that thought. I was like, oh shit. But no. We're actually gonna go a different angle. I've actually got it set up. As long as I haven't knocked this shit around, we should be still set up, okay? So just bear with me, okay? You guys will love it. 25 people left. Some people left already. They're missing out, okay? It's okay. It's okay. They're gonna miss out. That's okay. You'll tell them about it. It'll be funny. But first, I want to. This is funny to me.
Casket.
I saw what appeared to be a left leg. They was like, oh snap, a foot.
It was like, oh snap, a foot. But first of all, by the way, that's not a left leg because it's flipped for you, by the way. So it's flipped for you is the thing. So unless I'm wrong, let me look here. Let me flip it back here. I think it's this, right? Yeah. Let me just flip it back. Let me flip it back so we can look at it the right way. That is not what I wanted to do. Thanks. Thanks. Big win, Beaver. Big win. I think that's a big win, bud. Yeah, you really came in hard on that one, bud. So that was the right button. So now that we're gonna press the right button here, flip horizontal. There we go. Okay, so the guy said it was a left foot, okay? This was his claim. Yeah, you can't do that. It doesn't work. Okay, well, let me zoom in like that. Okay, so listen. That's a big fucking toe right there. Okay. So, first of all, you got your fucking leg wrong, okay? That is a fucking right foot because that is a big toe facing us. And that is either an oddly perfectly shaped clump of dirt or an absolute dude's foot on a casket. I was like, oh snap. So it was funny to me. Oh my God. Hey, wait, there's probably a way that that's racist. Somebody call Unirock.
It's a
Somebody tell Unirock there's African-American people in this video. Clearly, racism has occurred. Moving forward.
leg on another corpse.
I'm there to bury my father, and it's somebody's feet on top of his casket.
I saw what appeared to be a left leg. They was like,
He is so confident. That's why I had to go back and look. Like,
I saw
what appeared to... Oh, yeah, I've got to flip this shit. I'm probably already claimed. Fuck, it'll be like my phone will go off. You have been claimed because they have nothing better to do. And they need every dollar on earth. See what appeared to be a left leg.
I saw what appeared to be a left leg. They
There was so much confidence in that. Oh, snap.
was like, oh snap, a foot.
Reverend Kevin McCall is representing
That's the Reverend, too. That's what I love about it. He's like, oh, snap. It was a foot.
the family, says the caretaker and groundsman at the Mount Holiness
It's
Cemetery.
gonna be a wicked Reverend, eh? Like, super cool. Oh, yeah. And then they were just like, quick, get some fucking dirt over here. It's like, yeah, there's a fucking body in there. Cover it up. Like, I was like, this isn't shocking. They were like, as if, it's like, what did they think they were gonna do? Jump down there with shovels and try to fucking recenter the guy? It's like, shit happens when you're in a cemetery, I guess. Plus, depending on where they live, the ground could be very wet. And like, that's why in some places they bury above the ground.
When we went to the cemetery office, no one was inside.
They motioned for the guy with the truck to hurry up and come over and dump the dirt in the ground.
Man, you gotta get that dirt in there quick. There's legs coming out of here. Actually, what I noticed, if you look, if you actually go look, what you can see here is you can actually see that this is obviously collapsed a bit right in here. So here, let me get my cursor in here. You can actually see this is actually collapsed a little bit. So, I mean, I won't lie, I'm a little. Like, I think what happened is they dug down, because, I mean, let's face it, they couldn't have dug like that without ripping the dude's leg right fucking off, if it was where it was. So either they very gingerly dug around this gentleman's foot, or what happened is when they dug down, there was like a rainfall, because, look at it, and then the ground broke down this way, and I bet you some of the water that got in there started washing out, and it washed his leg right out of there and pushed it out. And that's what happened. It's disgusting as fuck. It wouldn't be a foot. It's true. Wouldn't be a foot away. It's so true. Sup, Beaver, take some bacon money. Woo! Thank you. That's awesome, though. There's a foot in there. Okay, hold on. The best part. Get some dirt on that bitch.
They motioned for the guy with the truck to hurry up and come over and dump the dirt in the ground.
We reached out to the New Jersey Cemetery Board, and a spokesman told us that the investigation into this matter is just beginning. The board.
Oh yeah, we're not flipped again. This keeps happening to me. We're just gonna make sure we get claimed. That's what we're trying to do. I gotta dance. Gotta fucking dance.
Impose fines if it turns out laws were broken. The family members say they want answers not just for themselves, but for the loved ones of the unidentified.
Bella charged 17 months. Let's go, baby. Use your free super chat membership. Show the Beaver the love. Thank you, Bella. Bella has been a fantastic supporter, even though, listen, Bella, if you go on the Discord in the member section, you can see that time I put a member stream up and nobody came. Skits Crasher's just been fucking teasing me with it. Every once in a while, it's like in an unlisted, but like every once in a while, Skits Crasher reposts the link to it and goes, I'm just gonna leave this here. I'm like, it's like the saddest video you'll ever watch. It's like me being like, oops, 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 for like 15 minutes all by myself. I'm like, all right, I tried. You guys can fuck off. Turn it off. I was like, see, I told you, Bella, nobody comes. It's because I only had like 10 members at the time. I don't know how many I have now. I haven't checked it in a while. I really need to have the time. I have to pay somebody tonight when we're done. I realized when I did my quarter end that I didn't pay electrician company, which I get that for him, his company's much bigger than mine. And a $1.3 thousand bill is probably chump change for him. But it doesn't matter. Like, I pay my bills. So I was like, called him up. I'm like, just do me a favor, check your books and like, did I pay you? It's like, yeah, no, you haven't. I'm like, of course, I drained my liquidity on a job. You know how it goes.
Identified corpse, one they say turned their somber family gathering into a ghoulish freak show. In Butler, New Jersey, Dave Carlin, CBS 2 News.
What a story. The Butler, New Jersey Police Department is also.
Oh my God, what a story. Riveting, fuck. Riveting. Oh, this guy. Okay, wait, before we go further, let's do this, okay? We got a story here in my Discord we got to cover, okay? So, I think the best way to... Bum, 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 bum. I think the best way to do this is if I just capture my Discord window. Yeah, that'll be the way. That's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna capture our Discord window, but first, some words from our not sponsors / music. Let's take a look here though. Okay. The hell am I doing? Discord. That's right, Beaver. You can keep your brain on target. You got this. You got this, bro. You fucking got it. Man, team, you should put Discord on your phone, you piece of shit, so I can actually have you on as a guest one of these days. You could have literally hung out with me while you were in Vegas, you dirty piece of skeletal shit. I love you. All right. All right. So wait a minute. Did I open these bigger? Oh yeah, that's the way to do it. Never mind. Okay. Okay. So what we have here. You can't see shit yet. I get that. Okay. I'm aware of this. I'm doing it in a way that you don't see me fucking with my screens. All right. We got stories here. We're just going to overlay it right over. Okay. So, transition. All right. So, what we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is an actual true to fucking life impact point of a body on the ground. YouTube, there is no body in this image. Calm the shit down, okay? For the love of God, it's dead grass. If this is all it takes, then let's throw a fucking adult disclaimer on my goddamn syrup stream because I murdered that fucking lawn, okay? I murdered it good. Ask Factard or Punchy. Those assholes saw it. That lawn was fucking murdered. I could show you the stream. There's a stream on it. Go look it up. We had a memorial service for my lawn, okay? So if that's all it takes, then god damn it. I will show you anything I choose to, Mark. Unless it's for the OnlyFans. Well, you've got to reserve some things for the OnlyFans, you know. You got to have Craven something to tune in for. Craven, where are you? Craven! Oh, that asshole's probably sleeping. I need Craven in my life and in my everything. You know I'm going to get a comment tomorrow on my Discord like, I'll show you what I'll give you, fuck. I'm serious right now, that guy. Craven, I love you if you're out there. Heart Craven. But like, Craven? I'll say something about Craven. Next day, I'll get like a DM. Yeah, baby, I'll show you. It's like, fuck, like, he'll like answer something I said on the previous stream to me. It's okay, I like it. I honestly, I got a price, Craven. We'll talk, okay? Hit me up in the DMs. Everybody's got a price. Just start throwing numbers out. I'll tell you how many zeros I need you to add. So, anyways, I'm going to read a story to go with a couple of these pictures. So this is a true-to-life impact point of a body hitting the ground. This is images of people who were not asked if they could be in images. I'm joking. They're blurry enough. And I don't care. And then, wow. That's just the dash, huh? Yeah, not a lot left of that thing, eh? Holy shit. You know, it's pretty crazy. It's not covered in blood. It's funny, people don't bleed as much as you'd think they would when you get in these like tragic accidents. Sometimes. There's other times where it's like running down the road. It's kind of crazy. Okay, so the story to go with this here, we'll put the body image on the picture. Oh, I can't do that at the same time. So let's just read it. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, let's see here. We got Cessna 170 or Cessna 170. It's not a fucking flight number. Hit the side of 210. Hit what? Cessna 170 hit side of 210. 210 pilot body. Oh, okay. 210 pilot body landed in yard. Cockpit and engine hit tree, breaking branch in background. Dark spots in grass and gravel are blood stains. Oh, interesting. Oh, I guess fair enough. Did he bounce? How would the blood get over there? Oh, is that from picking him up and cleaning him up? Interesting. Man, he killed that grass really quickly. Like, how did it do that? He must have seeped or something. Oh, that makes sense, Aaron. I guess I never really thought of the dynamics, but that makes complete sense. All I know is that my buddy's, like, well, my buddy's grandmother was hit by a car, and that was, like, wow. And then there were some other people in high school that were in an accident where a transport went over top of their vehicle, like T-boned them. It's their fault, not the transport's. And that was, like... They had to clean the road for like a week. They actually had to shut the highway section down to clean it for 3 days because it was like in the asphalt. Like you could just, it ran down the road for like 100 meters. It was crazy because there's like 4 of them or 5 of them in the vehicle. It was tragic and insane. Actually, there was a couple people survived. One person was able to was like the whole thing where they like in slow motion looked out the window and like, as they're sliding into the intersection, like saw the transport and like ducked. And if they didn't duck, it would have like took their head right off. But they ended up like being in this like perfect position where they were able to just like, and it took them 3 hours to get them out. I think it was like one other person lived, but had brain damage. Everybody else in the car died, but he was like, it was one of those things that like unharmed. Like just like, I think he had like a nick on his arm or something like that. And so that's crazy. Coming home tomorrow. Hey, you should just put Discord on your shit and then you could come be friends with people when you're on the road. My jacuzzi hot tub bath. Oh my god, that's funny. Oh, it's so funny. Hey, listen, I would have been there if I could have. Did you at least have anybody else? I think you had what, Schrodinger, or I don't know who was there. Well, I'm sorry I couldn't come. Hey, when this COVID bullshit's over, we're gonna hit up. We're gonna do some shit. I'll drive down. We'll bring my car. We'll go bombing around. That's probably a bad idea. I'll get in trouble. So anyways, keep reading here. Hold on. So, I gotta turn this shit down though. Okay, bloodstains. 170 pilot tried to land across road, but hit telephone lines and flipped over into field. I saw lines jumping around out front and ran out to road. Cousin drove up saying plane crashed. We pulled up to 170 pilot in driveway, up road, laying on ground with homeowner trying to keep him from going into shock. Shaking with broken nose and blood on face, said, "I'll be okay, but I don't think the other guy made it." We then drove to aunt and uncle's place where 210 wreckage came down. Cousin lives just down the road. His parents live just up the road. We're in a small area. So, oh, the guy made it? Wait. So, Extra J, the dude that was, fuck, wow, eh? I'm sorry. That's so fucking... No, not that. No, we have to go back to... I just can't. Okay, so... Can everybody else like remark with me about like how wonderful this whole event is? Like it's so like wholesome. You know, like I just want, like, it's a small town area, and I get it. I grew up in a small town area, so I totally get it. But it's like, look at, like, how in the fuck did a guy leave a mark like that? Like, is this like the next day? Like, how was he on fire? Did he emit radiation? Was he fucking abducted by aliens? Like, can you at least explain to me, Extra J, like, or whoever? I think it was Quantum. killed grass instantly. Oh, there he's saying. He bounced. So did he live though? Because you said you talked. That's interesting. I still find it crazy it killed the grass that quickly. That's crazy. He must have really hit the fucking ground. I don't think the other guy made it. Did he live? Oh, so the 210 pilot did die. His is the one who's the plane who broke in half there, or what? Is that this one? Wait, there's this one. Cessna 170 hit the side of 210. 210 pilot landed in yard. Body landed in yard. Cockpit and engine hit tree, braking branch. Oh, okay, that was him. This was 210. Okay, yeah, he's fucked. I mean, when the cockpit hits a tree, you're dead. They ran into each other. You know what's fucking crazy about that? I know airplane accidents happen, but you're in the middle of fucking nowhere. There's almost nothing else you can hit, and they managed to hit each other. It's like a missile hitting a missile. I mean, they were fucking around. That's what happened there. So what I laughed about, just to bring everybody in on is the wholesomeness here, okay? Because, like, look at, so this is 15 years ago. Everybody's standing around. Barely had cell phones back then, to be honest with you. I mean, we did, but they weren't as common. That's why all these people aren't on their fucking phones. Right now, every single one of these people would be like, fucking. So that's the first thing I noticed. And then, like, this is what made me laugh. Like, look at, it's like just having a good old country time, you know? Oh, there goes Farmer Bill, eh? Just got an airplane hanging from his goddamn tractor. There he goes. He loves that tractor. Yeah, the impact killed the grass quickly. I mean, he must have really hit the fucking ground. Like, just to be blunt about it, he must have really hit that fucking ground. That's crazy. Sorry about the language. I'm trying. I'm not trying at all. That's partly the point. Okay. Let's do this before I fuck up my setup here. See if it even works. So that's fun. That's fun. Let's move on to, we got that ugly guy named Johnny over here. He's okay. I mean, people watch him. I've heard. I mean, I don't know. But, so here we have, itchy arm is what we have. Okay, so I don't know if you guys saw this bullshit. You guys hear about this, this lady, I want to say lady, but I'm actually going to rephrase and say this absolute fucking smoke show. Sorry, ladies, but I don't care what your gear is. If you look at that and you think that's not a smoke show, then you're not properly aligned in reality, basically. Yeah, these are scanned 35mm pics. Didn't have a digital camera back then. It's funny. So this absolute smoke show, which you can't see. Yeah, you're looking at that guy. That guy is a fucking smoke show. Listen, this old guy right here. Hold on, we gotta go back now. We gotta talk about this, okay? I forgot I had this transition screen up, so here we are. Listen, we gotta talk about this smoke show right here. It's this guy right here. I want this man to know that he is my smoke show, okay? And then there's this old guy. You know what? Sorry, next time, old gent. But now that I've gotten us in the right mode where you can actually see what I'm putting on the screen, that is a smoke show right there, everybody. So this young lady / smoke show thought it would be a good idea to, I don't know. I'm going to actually let Philip DeFranco explain it just best here, to be honest with you. The one before that was political. That would be a fun one to get into, but maybe we'll leave it. Yeah, here, we're gonna let Philip pick it up a little bit. Philip, don't strike me, buddy. Come on, YouTuber, fellow YouTube.
Jane's an influencer I think 99% of you probably have never heard of, but she blew up over the past week because of some photos she posted to Instagram. Photos of her posing in front of her now deceased father's open casket.
Right at the wrong time I did that.
She blew up over the past week because of some photos she posted to Instagram. Photos of her posing in front of her now deceased father's open casket. And so I ask you, y'all, is this fucked up? In general, a lot of the reactions we've seen online are people going, what the hell is wrong with you? But also there were people defending her saying, hey, everyone grieves in their own way. And the story grew to a point where you had NBC covering this. She even gave a statement to them.
So like, anyways, so I think it's a little, I personally think it's a little unusual. Put a 1 in the chat if you think this is a little fucked up to be here. We'll go back to the money shot here. Yeah. I mean, it's a money shot, all right. Team, if you're not looking at your screen right now, get your naked balls out of the fucking tub. Come on over to your fucking screen. If you got your lady there, I don't know. I don't pretend to know things, but listen, but team is allowed to look at this, okay? So, team, open their phone up, open your laptop. I want you to turn the screen on. You look at this smoke show, okay? You don't need to respond. I know you're there. In fact, you might even be busy because of the hotness that's occurring here. And I understand. I can't blame you. But so just make sure you get a good look at what we're talking about, team. You know, just make sure you step out of the tub for 1 second and just like, damn. Anyways, sorry. That's the man in me coming out. It's a bunch fucked up. Yeah, it's a little messed up. I mean, I don't know. Anything for the gram, eh? Anything for the fucking gram. Anything for the Instagram. So listen. This is where things are gonna get fun, okay? This is where things get fun because in commemoration for this, for me, I treated the celebration as if my father was right next to me, posing for the camera as he had done on many occasions prior. I mean, it's a little, didn't she? Hold on, wasn't there?
Some photos she posted to Instagram. Photos of her posing.
One of them, she has her leg cocked
in front of her now deceased father.
Oh yeah, there you go, sweetie. Anyways, so just hold on a second, okay? Okay, you guys are gonna hang out for a second. You're gonna enjoy some vanilla for just a moment, okay? Everybody enjoy the vanilla. Enjoy that. I don't know why that's on this screen. Oh, this is the wrong screen. All right, everybody. Oh, man, don't touch things. Beaver, what have you done? Oh, God, everything's ruined. I think I can. Ooh, I can. There we go. Let's just... Here, you guys will get a little bit of Neon Beaver. Ask about the vanilla for a second here, okay? Don't worry, we're gonna perfect this. We're gonna the vMix. We've been working with it. It's getting ready. We're gonna be there soon. Just been doing it every night lately. Just getting vMix all pumped up, learning what I gotta learn. Okay, so just give me a second. I'm gonna mute myself. You guys enjoy this beautiful music because it is beautiful. I know. I'm aware. Okay, so just hold on, okay? we almost got this. We got this. Okay, we got this. Everybody ready? We're gonna attend some funerals. Everybody want to pose? You gotta pose with me. Hey, this isn't the puppy funeral. This poor dog. Look at that guy. No, not this one? Okay, we'll attend a different funeral then. Let's go to a different funeral. Hold on, we got this one. Okay. We'll go to this funeral. We got this funeral. I think this is like a GIF funeral. This one might be like a PNG or something like that. Like, I don't even think there's a person in this thing. Look at this. Nobody in there. There we go. This is a fun one, okay? So, what about this poor guy? Caution, puppy dog death here. There's a lot of puppy dog funerals I've learned. People have puppy dog funerals. This is an open casket. Poor little guy's got a little tux on and everything. See that bow tie? Hold on, which way I gotta go? Look at that little bow tie on him. Hold on. Gotta put my foot up. Ooh, my foot up. And we gotta pose. I can call in live from the hot tub. Can I call in live? Yeah, you can. Fucking rights you can. What are you gonna call in on? Hold on. What are we gonna do? What kind of tech you got? What do you operate? And I can send you. You can just do it on Discord probably. I can just bring you in through Discord. I'm sure of it. My brother's pug recently had his eyes taken out. Holy shit. That dog one could be a funeral for his eyes? Jesus Christ. Poor guy, poor dog. Sorry about that. Sorry to hear that. Oh yeah, here we go. I didn't have this one set up yet. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Okay, everybody, we got another funeral to attend to. This is an old lady. Okay, everybody? Grandma passed away. Everybody pose with me. Come on, we gotta move the chair for this one. We gotta get in here. I just don't want to fuck up the lights, because you know how long it took to get these fucking lights right? Come on. Everybody, come on. Pose with me. Grandma died. Hey, by the way, Unirock, this is how you do a fucking green screen, you piece of shit. You see this? You see this? So wait, no. Sorry, wait. Here, Uni. Here, I'll fix the green screen. I'll make it just how you like it. Hold on, 1, 3, 3, 1. Okay, hold on, just so, because I don't want to fuck this up. Like, I do a good job, not like somebody I know. So hold on, here, hold on. There, oh, here we go, here. Oh, sorry, I can't. Oh, Uni. Hold on, wait, I gotta make myself like I'm vibrating on the edge. Here we go. Oh, there it is. Here, we just gotta fucking, there we go. That's better. This is a bit more like a Unirock fucking green screen, right, guys? This looks a lot better, doesn't it? More fucking flesh. All right, so there. So just again, Uni, just to give you a little example, this is how you green screen. You get some lights, you light up the fucking screen behind you, you know, you just kind of, you got to work with it, you know? It's not something easy. You got to try these things. You got to put effort in. Okay? You got to put effort into green screen, Uni. Sorry, I know. Shocker, right? Yeah. Shocker. So, the illusion is gone. Of course, I got a green halo. You see a little layer of green around everything. I mean, green screens are fun. You can be anywhere. Hold on. Where do we want to go, guys? POV. Just got to be careful what you type that into. POV, Grand Canyon. Okay, we're all going to go to the Grand Canyon together. There you go. Now we're talking, everybody. Now we're talking. Hold on, let's get this going. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, you can't see shit. I wonder why they can't see anything. That's a little fucking weird. Maybe it's like removing it? That's so weird. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, whatever. We just have the really cool ADHD behind me. I like that. It's like my motto, right? Like this is how I live, guys. This symbol coming at me hard and fast here. It's actually not a bad way to run the stream. Fucking ADHD hanging up behind me. We need more foot. Check Discord, bro. Okay, yeah, I will. Oh shit, join the call. Yeah, sure. Okay, give me 10 seconds there, team. Let me just. My grandma secretly sold condoms in her hair salon when condoms were still controversial. Condoms at her funeral would have been a celebration of her progressive attitude. Yeah, I'm just kidding, Microraptor. It's just funny. I'm here, I'm coming. Check. Oh, you can't hear me yet on there. 1 second. Check. I tried calling you. Team, I called you. You just hung up. Team! Man, team! It's ringing! Man, that guy doesn't have very many patience. He's said it took too long. He's getting his nuts tugged on by something. Well, I've got it open when you're ready there, Teamy Poo. Thought you were gonna call from the hot tub and dawn us with your things. Okay, we'll move forward then. Oh, that's why you couldn't see shit. I'm a fucking retard. There we go. Now we're at the Grand Canyon together, everybody. Nice. Pretty nice, to be honest with you guys. I mean, I've personally never been there, but I mean, that's fuck. Just gonna drop something down there and see how far it goes. Yeah, that's a long way down, guys. You gotta be careful. Oh, there he is. It's not ringing. It's because I'm in streamer mode. Sorry. Here. Team's like, fuck the fuck. Oh, you came in all muffly. Let's get you here. Hold on, I have to see where you're coming in.
Can you not hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you. Sounds like you're in a definitely
Okay,
echo.
you said I was muffling.
Oh no, it was for a second there. Let me turn the music down. Here you go. How you doing? How's Mr. Team doing in Vegas?
Yeah, bro, I'm worn the fuck out, man. I walked like 15 miles yesterday and well over 10 the day before. And today I put easy 5 miles on walking. So, what you been up to?
Working my ass off, unfortunately. Sorry, you were talking, so I was going to bring Team Eyes on. But yeah, no, working my ass off, unfortunately. You know, just been busy. I wish I could be there. I just wish that, you know, COVID wasn't a thing that's occurring right now, because it probably would have been possible, but, you know, what do you do?
Listen to this.
What? I think that was a girl. I'm not entirely sure. I didn't mean I could be in with you like every minute.
Jacuzzi style. I had to turn it off so I could hear you, but I'm not going to be on here long because I'm relaxing. My last day of vacation before I come back home and fucking get to work. Hey, what happened yesterday, man? Well, it seemed like when I come back, I'm going to be coming back to a bunch of drama that happened.
I don't even know what we're talking about, apparently.
With the Virgo triad stuff, I don't know. Like I barely heard anything, and I was like, I can't even talk about this right now. I'm in Vegas. So
Can somebody who knows what he's talking about send me a DM and let me know what team is even talking about? Because I'm less informed. I've been spending 8 hours a day up a ladder and shit. So
I was just informed that the shit happened. I haven't seen anything.
No, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, but I'm saying somebody out there might know. So I am curious as to what kind of drama we're talking about.
For sure. I do want to give a shout out to Vegas baby girl. She took me out last night. Her and her boyfriend took me out last night, and we had a blast. I went and I just started walking around and meeting people. I was like, hey, Team Skeptic from Texas. Subscribe, like my videos, comment. Of course, I didn't say comment and like my videos, but I did tell people to subscribe. You there, Brainy?
I'm actually was using the chance to roll up my green screen. Give me 1 second. You keep talking.
I'm in a hot tub. I can't keep talking. I gotta be floating and soaking. What's up, chat? How's everybody doing today? And let me pull up the chat so I can at least see it. Hold on. Hello, chat. I'm looking at it now. Let's see. How have you guys been? Have y'all missed me since I've been in Vegas? 3 days, no Team Skeptic. Who out there is like tapping on your arm, needing that Team Skeptic fix? I'm so close to 49,000, and then I'm so close to 50,000. 49,000 is like 30 subs away, and then of course 50,000. But 50,000 is going to come quicker than you guys know, because I'm busting my ass right now. I'm having fucking, I don't know. I'm taking this time to clear my head and get better. I feel great. I feel great. I've done a lot of hot tubbing in the past couple of days, and I feel fucking great. And of course, weed's legal out here, so I've been smoking like a really good medical pen. So, what up, Logical Hillbilly?
Yeah, so
Mark, yes.
Yeah, I need a break like that. I can sit in a fucking hot tub for a few days. I hurt everywhere. I need a break. Just gotta catch up, get all this shit done, and then winter will be winter like it usually is, but it's just been balls to the wall since like fucking March for me. So yeah, it is what it is. It's good for good money. Like, you know, it's good making money. Like I said to the chat earlier in the chat, I stream, I said, you know, it's been the first time in a few years where I haven't, you know, like I'm not like swimming in money or nothing, but it's the first time I've been able to, like, you know, pay the credit cards fully and, you know, not have to worry about the taxes for the house as much. And like, it still fucking broke me. The taxes. Who wants to pay taxes, right? So what do you do?
That just broke me. I had no idea it would be this fucking expensive to do anything.
To do anything, and absolutely. Well, because everything costs so much money. It's crazy.
Brandon, yesterday I literally ate one steak, no sides, no Dr. Pepper to drink, because that would have added $10 to my bill for a single Dr. Pepper. That right there, a single steak cost me $100, and that's all I had was a steak.
Why?
Because it was a good ass steak.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Even a good steak, like you can go to a nice steakhouse, you shouldn't have to pay $100 for a steak meal. Like my wife and I together will spend 200 and something when we're going wild, but
yeah, but like at a real nice steakhouse, that's pretty typical. You know, I'm bitching about it because I'm just bitching, but Nick and Sam's here in Dallas, like if you're gonna do appetizer, steak,
for the whole
wine,
meal, yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. My wife and I, when we go out and we do the whole,
that's about $200 at Nick and Sam's in Dallas.
How much?
On average, like you need to bring $200 if you're gonna eat that.
Like, you're talking about per person or what?
Yes, per person.
That's a little insane.
I know, right?
It sounds like some people have too much money. So it sounds like some people have too much money, though. Yeah, but you can do Earl's Steakhouse here. You get steaks here for cheaper than that are just like cut them with your knife. There's a place here that's literally there's a place even like a hole in the wall around here you can go that's like far. What is it? It's fresh, wild, or it's not farmed stuff and everything, like, so that you can actually get like wild game there, which is normally illegal, but I guess there's special rules around if you serve certain types of game and stuff. But yeah, you can get like, it's like fresh, like field to table shit, and I mean it doesn't even cost that much. So I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, let's ask the chat. Let's ask the chat right now, okay? Chat.
Might be population based, to be honest with you.
Let's ignore steak here, okay? Let's say your favorite food. Would you pay money, like above average, for great customer service and like the best tasting of your favorite food?
Well, okay,
now, of course,
but don't get me wrong, experience is always part of it too.
We're talking about like seafood. Yeah, the experience is.
Yeah, but Earl's here. Earl's here, just so you know, Earl's. Yeah, but Earl's here would be a place where you would take your business executives, like the guy you wanted to schmooze, you know, when he comes in from like Hong Kong or something like that. That's where you'd take him, to Earl's, and it's not going to cost you that much for one person to have a steak and an appetizer and shit like that. Not unless you really, you know, if you start loading the drinks up and shit, sure. I mean, but to do like an appetizer, steak, you know, dessert, coffee, you know, and a drink, it would be, you know, you'd probably be looking at 100, but Canadian. So you'd be looking at 130, 140 bucks maybe to load up if you did full course at Earl's, and that's in Canadian. So you'd be looking at like more like 130 bucks American. So we're not talking like worlds of difference in price, but
I'll pay to have the best, you know, because you're not going to get the best everywhere. So I'll pay to have the best. And last night we went to the best steakhouse, one of the top steakhouses in Las Vegas. I'm sure, you know, they're right up there with a bunch of other ones. Like,
yeah,
I'm sure they're really good ones. But even in Dallas, there's like 3 or 4 steakhouses that are as good as Nick and Sam's. But this place was top notch, mafioso style. Oh, it was so beautiful. It was such a good experience. It's called the Golden Steer.
Skits Crasher, I'll dance for you. I'll dance for you, Skits Crasher. Do the Carlton.
What up? But yeah, so
yeah.
Golden Steer, y'all. It's
I've been playing with the VMix. You'll be happy with me. It's not so scary once you get used to it. No, it's a really sweet. Oh, it's a really sweet program. I mean, once you figure out how to do it, how to layer thing, I had to look up how to layer, because I'm like, well, Team tells me he does his fucking setup, like kind of like I've got here, but with, you know, using the VMix thing. And then, yeah, once I figured out how to get into layers and layered it and stuff, I was like, this is pretty badass. And then the neat thing is you can use the same source in a completely different layer set instead of having to add another asset. And then you just resize the new layer in that layer. Like it's kind of pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. So,
yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm glad you're hot tubbing it out and taking a good break. And yeah, Vegas baby girl sent me a message and showed a picture of you. You're all tied up and everything. You look very dapper.
Oh yeah. I was looking decent last night. Today we had the wedding today, and I showed up in a fucking Pac-Man, a Pac-Man shirt, you know, because we're doing white trash wedding, Elvis and shit. So I was like, fuck it, what's the best fucking way to show up to an Elvis wedding with a goddamn Pac-Man shirt on?
So this is unconfirmed on my end, but I have been messaged and told, wow. So apparently, Virgo.
Hold on. If you don't know for sure, let's talk about it offline. Because from what I've heard,
Johnny, was she fully exposed?
Don't make any accusations, you know, until you know the facts. I don't know the facts, but I know what is being said, and I'm going to withhold making any accusations or bringing it up until I have all the information. And so I would suggest that anybody out there that intends on becoming more involved in this conversation to withhold your conclusion until all the evidence is put out there. And I don't know what's been put out there and what hasn't. I know I was a part of the
If you give me 10
stream.
seconds, I'm getting a news burst here from Mr. Johnny. Okay, so
just make sure that anything that's factual you say is factual. Anything that's your opinion, make sure you make it very clear that that's your opinion, so that other people don't take your opinion as fact, you know?
So apparently the Masshole Report did a deep dive into Virgo's past. The fire wasn't a scam, the fire was real, but she exaggerated the circumstances. So, and apparently it's to the tune of like $35,000 is what has been reported to me. Like
Sean
stuff.
Hufford's gonna come.
Stuff that's gonna make Sean Hufford fucking come all over the wall. That's fucking hilarious. Oh my god.
No, that's crazy, man. I can't believe Virgo Triad did that. Well, I can't. If she did that, I can't believe it.
Yeah, add the word allegedly, which is exactly what I'm saying. This is I mean, there's only as much evidence as has been reported on other channels, so this is new to me. So
this is the benefit of the doubt to explain anything and everything, and if they don't, then
absolutely
your conclusions or let the evidence lead you. But which is what we did with Sean. You know, we didn't jump to conclusions. We let the evidence lead us in a direction.
Well, and Johnny's saying it's obviously far more complicated than we're gonna like. It's not gonna be like a black and white kind of thing here, so it'll be a very interesting. But I mean, geez, somebody just got their next fucking 2 years of content, didn't they? Holy shit. Holy fuck.
Well, I mean, she may have had to use it all, you know. I don't know what the issue is.
We don't know shit, right?
I don't because I was involved in it, and you know, even if it was the same role, I played the same role. I was just invited to a live stream, and I went on to be an entertainer and help support.
Awesome.
But I'm gonna withhold making a statement and accusing anybody of anything until I know the facts. And I will be making a statement on it if it comes down that she did do something wrong. I will be making a statement on that. But I can tell you now, I did the other day. Hey, look, I love the First Amendment auditor community. Okay, I really enjoy those people. Those people were completely supportive of me, and they've always been supportive of me. Schrodinger's a great dude as far as, and I'm mostly talking about the audience here. As far as content creators, all the content creators have been nothing but awesome. Schrodinger especially has been nothing but fucking awesome to me. So, you know, here's the thing though. When I did that mass video, or that nurse that got fired because she refused to get a vaccine when her job required it, those were the people that railed me. Those were the people that fucking went, "You're a fucking piece of shit. Well, I hope I find you one day. I'm going to kick your ass." I go back and look. These are the same people. Every one of those comments, because, you know, you can go search by name and see the comment history of somebody. So I would go look. And these would be the people who were supporting me on my First Amendment auditor videos. Not the anti-mask videos, just my First Amendment. They would always leave comments on those videos. And those were the people that turned on me and said, "Oh, you're believing some untested this." And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I've been pro-science my entire time on the internet. I have no clue what the fuck you're talking about. Like, I'm not about to change just because half of you guys don't fucking believe in the mask and y'all are gonna, or even the vaccine.
Night, quantum degreaser. Just want to say night to the quantum degreaser. Thanks for the images there, buddy, and the story. Extra J.
Yeah, it's not all that community. It's select people in it, but there's some toxic people in that community, man. There's some. That's why I said in my live stream, I said, look.
Well, they haven't had their Armageddon yet.
It's time for me to move away from all communities. Like, I am my own community. I am my own person. And I surround myself with people that create their own communities, like yourself, Brainy. And, you know, it just, that's what I want to do. I'm an independent person. I've always been independent, and I'm just going to do me. I'm going to keep doing the anti-mask Karen stuff. I'm going to keep doing the First Amendment frauditor stuff and the sovereign citizen stuff, but I'm not going to attach myself to any community. Like, watching these people do, not them, but watching everybody since my time on YouTube do shady shit that I would never do and never support. And watching them do it with impunity and without any regard for the effect it has on other people. Not just the viewer, but other content creators as well. It's just bullshit, you know? And that's why I don't want to be a part of anybody else's shit. Just want to do me. People will like me because they like me. They don't have to like me because I'm a part of the First Amendment auditor community, or like me because I'm part of the sovereign citizen community, or because I was part of the flat earth community. Nothing like that. I just want people like me for me. Look at Creaky. Creaky's a perfect example. Creaky doesn't belong to a community. He creates his own community. You know, you're the same way. I see myself the same way.
Well, it's interesting. It'll be, it's definitely, and like Adam had a good point here. Aaron, sorry, rather. Aaron said, people are factioning off over this crap. I honestly think it's going to damage the reputation of anyone who talks about it, whatever their stance. Well, that said, Aaron, the only thing is I agree with you. However, you know, bullshit needs to be called out. And, you know, if there's actual evidence, let's just put it this way. If there's actual evidence to support the claims being made, then, you know, if you lose a few people to calling out that kind of bullshit, then so be it. That's just the world I live in. I wouldn't compromise my standards as a human being because of a few subscribers. That's fine. They can fuck off if that's how it turned out, right? And yeah, I'll get other subscribers. That's the thing.
Massively, which didn't even affect me really, because if for every person that unsubscribed, I had two more that did, you know? I still ended up with way more positive numbers on that video, which is very standard for my videos. You know, that video has, for the views, that's one of the highest views to like ratios on my channel, was that video, as well as it's one of the most views to dislike on my channel. It goes both ways. It's like and dislikes. But I went through and, like, I stopped doing it. But there was a time when I'd probably gone through about 100 comments of people telling me I should fucking go kill myself. Not even kidding. And it doesn't bother me. Yeah, oh yeah. But it doesn't bother me.
I haven't looked in my studio. I probably have them too, but I just ignore them.
Yeah, I don't let trolls fuck with me. Trolls don't bother me, you know? Which is one of the reasons why I was like stressing out so hard, just because, well, I let those individual people bother me. It was the onslaught, the overwhelming amount on top of everything else that was going on in my life that really, like, that was just one little straw that was thrown on top of this huge bale of hay, you know? And I don't want to say it's the one that broke my back, because it really wasn't that big of a deal, but when I fucking got all pissed off and I lost my temper, I really went back and looked at everything, you know, like everything, all factors that were contributing to stress. But the thing is like I said, when I was going through, I would go look at the comment history, and those people were like, great video, skeptic, way to shut up these First Amendment auditors. They're so fucking, like, I hate them. I can't stand, like, they were so supportive of me until I did a video about a dumbass nurse who didn't want to follow the rules of her employer and got fired, and didn't think didn't think she could be fired. I didn't bring up any politics. I didn't bring up the vaccine mandates. The mandates aren't even in effect. So all the people that were sitting there talking about the mandates are fucking dumb. Like, there's no fucking, the mandates have not even fucking started. That's how fucking stupid those people are. And it's not every one of them. It's just a select few. There's toxic people in every community. Flat Earth, First Amendment auditing, for the frauditor call out community, the sovereign citizen community. There's a bunch of toxic people in all of these communities. It's why I don't want to be a part of them anymore. I just want to do my own thing and move around. I'll keep doing stuff with the people I met, like, you know, of course, Schrodinger. I don't consider Schrodinger, like, I don't see him as part of the First Amendment auditor group, even though he is, because I've been friends with him since before he was doing that. So with me and him, it's totally different. You know, he's helped me out. And
I called him a bitch on a stream recently when he was like, I cut him off and he was like, did that whole thing where he like, really, seriously? And I was like, it was like the third time I was like, I apologized to him in DM. I'm like, Schrodinger, stop being such a bitch. And he's like, well, I'm just like, I was like, I'm sorry. I sent him a message. I'm like, dude, I didn't medicate this morning. I'm fucking tired. I'm sorry. Like, it's just like he's like, whatever. We're cool. I'm like, oh man.
And Pig and Nate and, you know, even Artie and OPT, like, I always have a lot of love for those guys, and I always will. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm just trying to say the viewing community, you know, the viewing community. That's where the toxic people are, is a select group of that viewership that I honestly, because they're anti-science, I don't want them fucking watching my videos. Even when I'm doing First Amendment order. And you know what? Just to be fair, it goes both ways. Because a lot of these fucking super left fucks who absolutely love the flat earth stuff will come on there and see me defending a police officer that's getting berated and be like, I can't believe you support the bootlickers. It's the same way. It goes, but this is why I say it's both. It's all of those communities. Every community has a select few that can be super fucking toxic. And I don't want to be a part of any of it. I already left the flat earth community. I didn't really consider myself part of the First Amendment community because when me and Schrodinger did streams together, I didn't really go on the First Amendment auditor streams, you know? Like, the only time I really went on to Schrodinger's channel was for, you know, like party live streams kind of, you know? Like, where we're all getting together and talking shit and not really talking First Amendment auditor stuff or sovereign citizen stuff. So, you know, I wish that community the best. I hope that all the content creators continue to do as good as they're doing. They're doing absolutely amazing. Shout out to Radical. Shout out to all the guys. Radical, fucking Schrodinger, Kick, Artie, OPT, Nate the Lawyer, Natalie Lawyer Chick, all those people. Shout out to all of them because I love each and every one of them. They were great to me. But the viewers over there, half of them are toxic. Half of them are toxic, and the moment they don't agree with you, they want to tear your fucking head off. And you too, flat earthers, anti-flat earth community, half of you are toxic. And the moment I don't say something or Brain doesn't say something that goes right along with what they believe, they'll fucking snap on you too. So let's just stop doing that as a whole. You know, if you don't want to support, don't support. I don't personally care. That's what drove me nuts. That's what drove me mad, is that I cared too much about what other people were thinking. And I was like, I can't satisfy both groups. Neither group is completely consistent with one another and what they believe. So when I say something, I'm going to piss one of the two off.
YouTube started, I can't tell people to fuck off anymore in my own comments.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I literally, because I'm going to tell everybody out there, when I get a comment that says, you know, like I don't, man, I got a comment from Debunkosaurus, who was a normal watcher and commenter, and he said, well, you didn't include the source video in here, so there's no reason to watch it, no context. I'm like, the entire video is actually in this, so there's your source material. Like, you know, get over yourself. You know, it's like, but I just tell a lot. I'm gonna be honest with you. People say comments that, and if it's just like, oh, I don't need, you know, blah blah blah, and it's just all negative. I'm thank you for leaving the comment. I appreciate you pumping the algorithm, but I usually comment with just fuck off then. And I used to love it because I felt good about myself doing that. But now YouTube actually deletes my comment.
eat my male chicken vomit.
Yeah, I'd tell people to suck a big long pole and stuff like that. And now YouTube's like, oh, racy talk, fucking deletes it on me. I'm like, fuck, like, come on, I can't tell people to eat shit now. So now they even took away my ability to tell a person commenting to go to hell. Like, sweet.
Somebody said that Tiny Captain said they it looks like they just got here and thought that they missed something. Nah, you're good, bro. You ain't missed nothing.
No, we're nothing, mate. We were talking about other people's drama this time for once, thank God. To be honest with you. Right?
Yeah. No, Tiny, I'm just saying that I'm just making a statement of why
just tell me you're vanilla. Just tell me you're vanilla, and they can figure out what that means later. It's funny.
That's why I fuck with you, Brainy, because you don't fucking rely on anybody else to do your content. You can do everything yourself, and you're good. This is why I
need to get the time in. Fuck. Man, I'd be grown so much faster if I had time. Yeah, I know. I mean, I'll be honest with you though. Like right now, I have $25,000 of my own money out in projects, so I need to finish those. So, because I don't get my money, back, and then the money for the pay on the work until I'm done. So, that's literally like my entire quarter of the year right there. So, like, that's why I've been a little preoccupied. Like, I just, yeah. I mean, it's been a good year for business. You'd think I was murdering it, but profit margins are tough in the coronavirus, in the post-corona world here. Materials are fucking expensive. People are blown away by what things cost, and so it's not easy to sell things to people when materials have doubled in price. So, but what do you do? It's work. It has to get done. But yeah, no, I agree. I appreciate the words of kindness. But yeah, I'm gonna Skits Crasher. Do you upgraded? What does that say? Upgraded. What does it say? Did I miss something here? I don't know what upgraded means. What are we upgrading? Did you upgrade your membership? Is that what happened? Because it didn't tell me that if you did. I have no idea what occurred, Skit Scratcher. But yeah, no, team, I agree with you. It's, drama. I don't know. It's, yeah.
The problem with being part of the community is that when one person fucks up, everybody becomes responsible. Not literally responsible, but in the eyes of the viewers, everybody that's a part of it is responsible. And that's why I don't want anything to do with it, Like,
yeah.
I'm just going to gracefully step away. I'm going to continue to watch all their content. I still love DJ Nation. I still love Van Bellion. I still love Schrodinger Cat. And I still intend on doing stuff with Schrodinger because, like I said, our friendship goes beyond his channel blowing up. Me and him were friends when he was a little guy, a little channel. He's never been a little guy. He's probably born like 4'1". But
I never really noticed that.
I still with him and a few of the other people like Cake. Cake's really cool. I like Cake as a person. And like I said, I think him and DJ Nation are kind of going at it right now, and I'm just gonna let them do their thing and stay out of their way. I'll continue to watch every one of their fucking videos. I'm not gonna stop.
Hey, fucking Fred Knotts in the chat. Add Brainy Beaver. The gap between your A and V and Beaver annoys me on your scroll. You should cancel your channel. And I even I'm like, oh yeah, I've never really saw it before. I see that now. Fucking add Holy Smalls. Add Fred Knotts. I never saw it before you said it. Now I can't unsee it, you ass. I never noticed you. Look at watch the V and the A right there because they start at the same point at the edge, but because the A has got an angle and the V's got an angle, I've never noticed that until now. You're right, it's fucking huge. Sorry, now everyone's looking at it. If you bring up the stream, you'll see between the A and the V on my Beaver. That was made for me that was made in Blender. It's actually huge. It's fucking massive. Like, so I actually shrink the shit out of it to bring it down to things like it can be put on really big things. It's really nice. It was made by Captain Crunch actually made that. It was awesome. But one thing, team, before you go, I think that you are perfect to be involved in this really quick discussion. Okay, I'm gonna bring up the watch window here.
Sure.
And I'm going to take the vanilla off. So just give me 1 second here. Ask about the vanilla. Okay. Oh, and I got to unflip it. So, because I had it flipped for trying to avoid the demonetized monster or the copyright claim monster, if you will.
Gallagher asked me if I know Degeneration Nation. We don't know each other very well. We've had conversation before. I like DJing. I like DJing, and I like kick. You know.
Okay, so this got.
They're both adults. I think they can handle it like men.
So this
but
is,
at the same time,
sorry.
I'm still both of their fans. I'm still gonna watch both of their videos. You know.
So this, if you can look at your screen there, team, you don't have to, but I can read it for you. Okay, so I was just scrolling through Reddit like we do, you know. I was going through r/showerthoughts, and I came across this jewel, which was winding the internet at the time. Now, the thing you'll notice is it is no longer winding the internet.
Was it spelled PHOUGHTS or PHOTS?
I couldn't hear you. You muffle when you first start talking until the data picks up. So what were you saying? Sorry.
Well, I went in shower thoughts. Is the thought spelled THOUGHTS or THOT?
No, THOUGHTS. So, anyways, I'll read it. I'll read it to you. Okay, but anyways, I'll read the shower thought to you. So the shower thought, now it has since been removed by moderators, partly because it was deemed racy. What the fuck is Reddit? Ooh, shit. What is Reddit even for these days, other than this kind of shit? But anyways, I'll read it. So the comment is, this is our shower thoughts. Supergirl probably can't have sex. The muscles of her pelvic floor would more than likely completely obliterate anything you stick up there. Team, comments?
No, it's absolutely true. If you go back to Smallville and like I think it was Smallville season 1 or season 2, Clark Kent is told by I can't remember the guy's name right now, but he's told by the man who raises him that he can't play football. He said he can't play football not because he'll hurt somebody by running into them, but he'll hurt somebody by them running into him. Like can't even accidentally hit somebody, or he could kill.
Really quickly, I just want to thank Skits Crasher. For a while ago, he gave a $2 super chat, which I did have to give a Carlton for. And then, of course, Bella Charge just said the gap between the V and the A is almost as big as Team's tooth gap, and he gets it dancing. And then so the best part of these comments is, as you know, is the comment section, by the way. So I'm just going to scroll down here and so this is also a sex problem in Twilight, most likely why Bella wanted to be a vampire so bad, so she could bang her boyfriend with abandon. I read the books but didn't watch the movies. Don't judge me. Fuck. Except kryptonite. Except kryptonite. If you stuck kryptonite up there, that's a good point, right? Kryptonite condoms. There you go. It actually removes her superpowers so that she's actually like vulnerable and weak while you're.
Weak her be in a lot of pain.
I mean, you could also use those kryptonite condoms as some sort of like, they'd almost be. Would they not react similar to like ketamine on a superwoman?
Ketamine? No. Look at Superman. In any of the Superman movies, anytime he's around kryptonite, he's in pain. You couldn't have sex with a kryptonite condom with Supergirl; she'd be in pain.
I don't know which porno you've been watching, but some of those chicks love it. I'm just kidding. I'm fucking kidding. Fucking shit. Hey, remember when you told me? Okay, we will come back to this, but remember when you joked and jokingly where you said don't make that joke, and it was the joke where I was Yeah. Here, look at. It's literally how.
Don't do that.
It's literally like I made it. Philip DeFranco made the exact same joke like on his video. Watch.
Good morning. It's 5 a.m. as I'm filming this video because I got to go catch.
Hey, Brainy, my hot tub water's getting cold. I got to turn it back on so it gets hot. So I'm gonna get out of this call.
Okay, you get out of this. You get out of this call, but before you go, I just want you to know that the kryptonite there's going to be a Supergirl for your kryptonite condom out there, okay, team? It doesn't matter how painful it is for her. There is a girl for that condom out there for you and that condom, okay? Just remember that. Okay?
I'm down.
Oh my God, did you ever seen the cut sex scene from Hancock? There's actually a sex scene they cut from Hancock? That's fucked up. All right. Anyways, okay, yeah, have a good night, team. Sorry. Sorry.
I said, have a good show.
Yeah,
Later.
thanks, buddy. Yeah, I appreciate you coming by. Thanks for coming by. Go watch those balls. Good. There you go. Have fun. See. Oh God. Okay. That's funny. Okay, I'm out of that call. Okay, so here, listen. I was told not to make a racy joke because I joked with Team, and he's like, "Don't make that joke online." I was like, "Oh, it's funny though."
Good morning. It's 5 a.m. as I'm filming this video because I got to go catch a flight later today because I surprised my wife with some World Series tickets because her love languages are gifts and acts of service, and I'm hoping that this gift results in her servicing me. Actually, James, don't include this. Do not include this. I am trusting you.
So like, Brainy can't make a sex joke, but Philip DeFranco can. Oh yeah, different rules for different tubers. I see. I love Philip DeFranco. I think he's one of the best things on YouTube, guys. Honestly, I think he's super awesome. Covers the news, covers a lot of YouTube news.
Reportedly pled not guilty to the murders as well as special circumstance allegations of multiple killings. Also, as far as what justice can be served.
It's good news. It's good news, guys. If you haven't seen Philip DeFranco, then you've been missing out on YouTube, I think, personally. That's me. Okay, well, okay, so we're going to go back to shower thoughts here just for a second here. Okay, so our shower thoughts, which is flipped now because I'm awesome like that. Let's see here. Man of Steel, Woman of Kleenex by Larry Niven. I believe he went into a brief Supergirl digression. If you all haven't done so, watch the movie Teeth. Vaginismus Queen. I don't know what these comments are. The fucking comments people make on here. What the hell? In one of the early 80s comics, Superman had a workout room where he'd installed a red sun lamp that negated his powers so he could use normal equipment to work out. Assuming he doesn't mind being in the spotlight, so to speak, she could probably set something similar up. Ah, there you go. Coming up with legitimate ways that Supergirl could have sex, okay? Wait, it's only a video of Philip DeFranco? Oh, Planner Walk, we're 2.5 hours in, sir. There's been a video of lots. You missed me posing in front of Caskets. That's like an hour ago. Do you know how long DeFranco is on YouTube? Well, he's been on YouTube for 15 years actually now. I think he said it in today's episode, to be honest with you. I think he said he's been on the... Because he talks about it right here. Opens up about addiction.
Liquor every day, not realizing that he was addicted until he tried to scale it back.
And that's when I realized, oh shit, maybe I have a problem. And that's why I quit drinking for a few months, because
So we're watching PewDiePie on Philip DeFranco on Brainy Beaver. Ooh, third level. But he talks about
that addiction to his YouTube addiction.
I was still also, I think I was addicted to YouTube, and I was so scared of losing YouTube through all these.
We're near the point that most people might think of, right? Where someone might lose their job or their family because of alcohol. He did really struggle with quitting and experience withdrawals.
It was really rough.
He talks about his 15 years.
A parent try and get rid of the addiction, kick it, see how hard it is for them.
That kind of be there.
And while he said, you know, I used to be embarrassed by this, he's talking about it now because if you happen to be watching this, even on this specific video, you have 1.88 million views, 34,000 comments, which, hey, is a ton of comments, but that number is nothing compared to the number of people who took the time to watch.
He says right in the section here somewhere, he actually says he's been on the channel, the platform for 15 years, which is pretty much since the fucking inception. So yeah, he's an OG. He's OG. Don't claim my YouTube stream, Philly. Look at, I got 34 people in here that now know who you are. That probably already did because I talk about you. But here you are. Okay, wait, we got to get back to this though. Hold on, we got some killer comments in here. So she can obviously control her strength levels, right? It's not like, it's not she's walking around in normal life destroying all doors, floors, beds on her way through life. I'm her. That's the winning comment. Oh my God, that's amazing. I'm sure the Hulk could smash that. Correction, she can't have sex with humans. I'm sure in her line of work she meets plenty of guys who, in the words of Superman, can take it. Can't you, big man? One word, kryptonite flavored condom. But it's spelled like comdom though, with an M. That's like what happened in The Boys. The chick exploded the guy's head when he was... Whoa! This is quite the topic. Superman saves her. Except Superman's D. Except Superman's D. Like, that's just right to the cut. What about a kryptonite penis? Okay, but now we're getting out of hand, you know. Cursed wood chipper? Okay, so that is actually a... So there's an infamous essay by Larry Niven called Man of Steel, Woman of Kleenex, which covers subjects like this from Superman's perspective. Not only the classic sex with him would literally obliterate any mortal woman, but a handful of more interesting possibilities like that Superman might impregnate people with a certain radius by accident whenever he rubs one out. Dude, it's due to his swimmers possibly inheriting his powers, including his nigh invulnerability, speed, and flight. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's amazing. Oh my god, hold on. I have to... Larry Niven. This is amazing. We have to look this shit up. It'll be for another... Interesting. He's the one that wrote the book Ringworld and stuff. Interesting. Huh, the things you learn. This is why men shouldn't take showers. I mean, they probably have full control over it and can turn it off or something. Unless Superman sticks his strongest muscles up there. I'm willing to find out for scientific purposes. You just had to ruin my fantasy, didn't you? Exactly the opposite. Among a Kryptonians, many powers is near perfect muscle control. She'd be the single greatest lay in the multiverse. This person's thinking forward. I'd be a straight up semen shotgun. It'd be a straight up semen shotgun. I think they're saying that the semen would literally fly at the speed of light and could obtain any womb that they targeted, is what I think they're saying, actually. And you'd never even know because it moves so quick, you'd just be like, it happened. Exactly the opposite. What this sub has regressed into unimaginative sex jokes. I can debunk that. Even if a woman can lift 1,000 pounds with her thighs, she still won't be able to crush a man's penis. It just doesn't work like that. Whoever has sex with a Kryptonian is gonna have the best and worst sex of their life. Like, sure, you'll die or at least be seriously injured, but damn, it'll be worth it. I mean, they're getting better and worse. Like, the next one is, please, I can only be so aroused. This is fucking terrible. Oh my god. God. I don't want to read that one. That one's going to get me in trouble. Let's get it off the screen, actually. Jesus. How the fuck Superman or Supergirl cut their hair? Are they going to barbershops with kryptonite fixed in their chairs or what? That's a good point. Do not click on links on Reddit, guys. It's a good way to get a fucking virus. Something like this happened in The Boys, but that was on drugs. Fair enough. Fuck, do you remember what happened in... Oh, I can't play that. Okay, so listen, if you want something funny, if you haven't seen the South Park where I wonder how aroused Brainy Beaver is, it's too late. I'm too tired. I'll arouse myself after I'm done with you fine folks, which will be soon, I imagine, here, but... So interesting. You can't see what's below there. One of the super pop claw accidentally crushes a man's head between her thighs when she comes as he's having her giving her oral. So apparently I don't know anything about this movie that is like weird and anyways. She could do Superman. He'd be able to take it. Madonna broke Dennis Rodman's member. Well, you can bend it back and break it. In fact, normally, like, anybody seen when you're looking at the pornos and the dude has the jackhammer, like it bends the wrong way, and they have to like dip it in. I seen one where the guy had to literally like drop it, like it was like because it was like straight down. It's like, dude. That's actually usually caused by them breaking their penis at some point. Normally there's a robust bouncing action, and somebody comes down and they're not quite lined up just to keep it as G as possible. There can be a loud snapping sound, and I have read that it literally makes a fucking snapping sound, and like everybody knows something fucking horrible has happened the second you hear it, apparently. And they have to rush you to the hospital like right fucking now if you ever want it to work again. Because the surgery has to happen, the special surgery to fix that tissue has to happen within like an hour or so, or else the damage becomes permanent. And in some cases, it's already permanent. And then if that doesn't work, they need to insert that little pump, and you get to be the guy that's like, hold on, baby. Good to go. So that's the next step after that don't work no more. A bend in the penis can be developed due to plaque buildup in the blood vessels due to sex while not aroused enough. Really? So that one I didn't know. So, okay, two ways then. They can break their penis, will cause that bend too. The broken one can come in different forms. I've seen it where they're like crooked, like halfway through it, like bends sideways. That's the same thing. Usually they've snapped it, right? Vaginoplasty, accidental vaginoplasty. That's funny. It was Carmen Electra. What? I have definitely seen some deformed looking dicks in pornos. Rumple, you haven't been... Hey, Rumple, you haven't been watching enough, I think, is the answer if you haven't seen what we're talking about. That's funny. We'll get a couple more comments here before we start cleaning it up. Kryptonite. Lois Lane crime scene. I don't want to click on that. Yeah, the comments devolve. The top ones are the best. So we'll just turn that off now and just go back to host only because I'm so sexy. So yeah, so we'll start dialing her together here because it is 12 goddamn 14 my time. And we've been going for almost 3 hours to be honest with you, so it's pretty crazy. I don't know if it has all of the viewer. Yeah, why doesn't it keep the viewer activity in there? So I wish this viewer activity thing is supposed to show me all the super chats that come in, and it never works that way. So I am going to just say thank you to everybody who super chatted. As always, I really appreciate it. It goes a lot, like it just makes a big difference. It really does. I'm looking at you through a very nice camera right now. I still have my other cameras, and I hope to use them for other angles, but right now you're looking at me through an A6000, and it's going to make a big difference for green screening because already that was easier to do than it was in the past. I got some more lights. I think I need more green screen lights to properly light it up, but I'd love to do a bit more green screening and have some fun and try to kick the shit out of this. So, Rumple, you're clearly not subscribed to Brainy Beaver OnlyFans. Good job, Planner Walk. So 1 hour to go still. You know what, Gordon's Raver? I would say you're right, except it's 23 in here. I'm sweating. I'm tired. I actually have paperwork to do. I got to still send an e-transfer for money I owe the electricians that I should have paid them a while ago and didn't know I didn't pay them. So you're definitely in higher definition. It's horrifying. I know, right? It's very scary. Well, plus I don't know what's going on here. So I was growing new skin on my lips recently because I made a boo-boo. Okay, so I'll use this as an example. But we have a portable vape, okay? So this one's a non-portable, but we have one of those actual portable vapes. You can pack up a couple things, and it has a little carrying case. You can just while you're walking along. So it's an actual like herb vape. But let's pretend this is it. It's smaller because it's portable. Let's pretend this is it though. And my wife had been using it, and I pulled it off the thing, and I didn't realize how recently she'd been using it, like a second ago. And I went like this. There's actually stuff in here, so I'm trying not to lose it all. So I went like this and looked at it, and the little holes were plugged. So I went to blow it out, and I touched the fucking thing was like 200 Celsius almost. And I touched it to the upper and lower lips. And I burnt right here and right here. And it was actually like bleeding last week on my lip and everything like that. It's like a little secondary burn in 2 little spots, or 3rd degree, who knows, but it was shitty. A tired Brainy Beaver has less ADHD as normal. Well, we're at the end of the stream. The ADHD was severe at the beginning. You can go back and watch, you'll see it. But yeah, I'm pretty tired. I'm getting worn out. But yeah, so I went like this to blow through the holes, and of course instantly you like feel your lips sizzle, and I was just like, fuck, you put water on it, but it's too late. So that sucked. So that's probably why I'm getting this shine right here. Now we have our own lip balms actually. I wonder if I got one in my pocket here. I don't know where they went, but we have our own lip balms, and the nice thing is I was able to use my own like homemade lip balms we make them out of beeswax and coconut oil and stuff. This is the flavor that didn't work. Here, I'll show you. We experiment with flavors and stuff. This was grape, actually. Fantastic flavor. See? Focus. So you see it's actually grape flavored, but it makes your lips go emo. I just heard like a tone here. Just making sure something's not going wrong here. Okay, so yeah, like if you look. Like, I can't see it very well, but as you use it, it starts dyeing your lips. And then eventually you're like, it's a nice emo look you got going on. You're like, yeah, it's pretty awesome, actually. Grape, awesome. It starts darkening your lips right away. So like we discontinued this right away, and they just sit around. But you can see they're darker, see? Tastes good though. But yeah, it was an okay idea, but it definitely is like black lipstick essentially. So it was an okay and not an okay idea. My favorite is actually the pina colada, which I thought I had a lip balm here, but I don't right now. So, oh wells. But yeah, the pina colada is where it's at. There's pina colada. I've got a banana cream pie or coconut banana cream or something. It's very delicious. That's the good shit. So it's good stuff. Hey. Also, an emo is a sexy beaver. Oh, Holy, your comment, by the way. 5 American Duckets from Holy Smalls who said, fuck buckets. I did not realize what time it was. 5 a.m. comes early. Oh, Holy Smalls. I'm sorry that, yeah, you got to hit the bed sack there. Thank you very much for the another $5. I really appreciate it. Yeah, what was I about to say, though, just to finish that last thing? You said, right here. Yeah, my brain left it. Jinzu is always ready to go twice. That's funny. Yeah, I wish I had the pina colada flavor around. Like the flavors that come in like little oil things and stuff like that. Oh, do you want to see something cool? Here, give me 10 seconds. I'll show you something cool before we go. Anybody want some wax? Anybody want some beeswax? I'm not kidding. This thing's fucking that heavy. It's a big fucking brick of wax. Like, it's fucking huge. It's just all wax. It's pure. Well, that's a whole brick of wax. Now hold on. Yeah, I used to do this all, but Megan's been taking it over. But here's what else we're up to. So, yeah, you got your nice candelabras and twisty ones. I like these ones. And you got your nice cylinders. This is kind of funky. She just got this mold. She's very happy with it. And then she got new beehives because the old one's getting a little deformed. And then like there's this pillar. Nobody likes the square one that I bought. I don't know why. It sells the least. And then this one's also brand new, like a big ball with the designs on it. And then of course there's this big bastard right here that we just got the mold for too. So beeswax. So one more second, I'll put it away so I don't get in trouble. One, two. This is the one. Motherfucker. This is the one I was using while I was hunting for the spirit of FTFE through spirit boxes. See? Sounds like it's like a Romanesque pillar. It's pretty cool. I don't know. It's a neat side thing. Does she do any with stain? Like, online shop for honey. We don't have anything like that. I'm not entirely sure what the rules are for things like honey internationally, but there's probably rules. If it's just one or two shipments here or there, we get away with it, I bet. But it's probably there's probably rules depending on where it is. But as far as getting candles and stuff like that, I mean, she's gearing towards, the kids are young. Lara's just started preschool, so hopefully she's planning on gearing towards setting up a little like Squarespace corner or something where we can ship out of and stuff eventually. So that's the dream, right? How long did it take to collect that much earwax? To be honest with you, we buy those bricks of wax. The reason it's so perfect like that is we buy it. We still have to actually clean it. It's not as clean as it looks. There's actually still a fair amount of debris in that wax. But we do a boiling process where we break that wax up into chunks because it's a ton of wax, and we boil it in pot of water. Eventually that's going to be upscaled to something quite a bit larger. But right now we just do put a big pot on the stove. We have a waxy pot that we use for this, and then you put half water and then you fill the other half with wax. And then what it does is you mix it, and the wax and the water don't like each other because they're not miscible with each other. So what happens is the wax will float to the top and the water will sink to the bottom. But in the process, anything that's not wax will also dissolve into the water. So like when you get remaining honey and stuff, that's like you can get a lot of honey left over in wax. That's what gives it the yellow and stuff like that. And so depending on how much honey is laden in wax and how dirty some batches of wax are that you get, sometimes the water comes out downright like, dark, like looks like honey water. You dump it out, it's like brown. But but you know, that's all honey that was laden in the wax. And so by mixing it with the water and boiling it, first of all, if there's water in the pot, the temperature in the pot will never get above 212. So you actually control the temperature of the wax at a point that doesn't burn the wax by using the water as a medium. So it controls the temperature of the wax, because until all the water boils away, which take a while, you can't burn the wax. Second of all, it gives a medium to dissolve anything that's not wax into. Especially dissolvable things. Anything that's not wax will typically float on top of the water, but below the wax. So what you do is you do this, you stir it up, you get it kind of like boiling, and then you turn it off, you push it back, you cap it, you don't fucking touch it. And you let it completely... it always has to do with the diet. Aaron, the wax that I produce in July is different than the wax I produce in August. And it's different than the wax that they'll produce in the spring when they're getting dandelions. So yes, it's absolutely based on their diet. Because when I get, for instance, when they make new comb out of, like, even on my honeycomb, you can see it. Like when I have a frame of comb, I probably have one. I can grab one for you. Just give me 10 seconds. Right there. There. Yeah. So this one's had brood in it, which is why it's a little darker at the base. Because when they haven't had brood in them, they tend to be a lot lighter, like this one. So this has had a bit of brood down here where it's a bit darker. But on this side, they've grown brood. You can actually see where the brood grows. See that shape in this? That shape? This whole center area here. So they grew babies in this section, and you can actually even tell if you look. See how they're smooth and they're not like gnarled away at, because all that other area is where I cut the wax with a blade. I cut the wax so that I could spin it and spin out the honey that was in there. But in that section specifically, they actually grew young. And what I probably did is I probably moved the frame in a way that they started, once those young were born, they filled it with honey, and then they just didn't cap that before I spun it out. So that's why it doesn't look the same. But if you look on this one, you can see it a little bit. I didn't find any perfect examples. The quietest I've ever heard a Brainy Beaver stream be. I don't know. Am I quiet? Check, check. Turn it up a little bit. So if you look at this one, you can see it right there. See the color difference? So up here, all this white, that's honey that they'll have had canola honey in this, because it doesn't stain at all. It's a very like, I almost call it like a white honey. Like it's a very clear, light, not dark honey at all. And it doesn't even stain the comb. It actually makes the comb perfectly white. But right here in this area, they got a hold of a bit of sunflower at the end of the season. and you can see the color difference in the wax even right there, because they make that wax out of the honey they're eating for energy, because just like anybody, you can't produce new fingernails unless you eat energy and food, and all they eat is honey. So when they start consuming honey, like when all of a sudden the flowers change, you pull all the canola out and they start accessing a different flower, they'll start literally harvesting honey that is a completely different color. And in fact, it's so different, like you can see it in the frame, it's so different that if this frame, when it had both honeys in it, when I held it up, this would actually have a white, like a light white wax with, you could see the dark of the honey behind it. And that area there where it's actually yellowed actually is golden. Like to the point where it's such a different color, the honey, like I can fill like 100 pounds of honey into a vat and I can look in it and be like, wow, that's completely different than, you can actually take the batch and slide it beside the other batch from like 3 weeks ago and they'll be totally different tones. So yeah, to be honest with you, you see that brick of wax we bought, actually we get different colored, like I'll give you another example. This is after we've cleaned it. So this is after we've cleaned it, actually. Like, so you look at this one, and this one was what happened is they actually partially charcoal filtered. See how light this one is. Look how light this is. I mean, you compare it to an actual candle, So, and the thing is, what happened is they actually started partially charcoal filtering this batch, but I think they fucked up. They were trying to make like a cosmetic grade batch, and they fucked up. So we actually bought like a brick of that lighter stuff because they priced it regularly, and we use it to lighten dark stuff. Sometimes you get really dark wax, and you can use the light stuff to lighten the dark wax. So we break off chunks of this and we mix it with the darker stuff to lighten the batches. I knew the honey flavor changed. The honey here in New York is all clover. Well, the stuff we get from Arizona was mesquite, less sweet, more smoky. It was quiet because you were going to get the things to show. Yeah, fair enough. So it is rather common that honey is mixed flowers. Well, honey is always going to be whatever the bees access. The key is, so the way it works, Godden's Raver, is when they say they're selling you canola or like clover honey, what they're doing is they're making a claim, which may or may not be true, but usually if it's a good beekeeper, they know. And what it'll be is that they'll have their bees, that yard that clover honey came from will be situated in a field that's like clover for as far as the eye can see. Now, does that mean that your clover honey doesn't have a bit of goldenrod in it and a bit of wildflower and stuff? Well, no, of course not, because if a bee sees a flower, they beeline to it. Is that a fucking wasp or is that a fucking fly? Okay, it's a fly. Fuck off. Fucking wasps. So your honey's always going to be mixed flowers. Now here's where the kicker is. Bees are no different than you and me. They don't want to go any further than they have to. If you've got a grocery store, like a fully loaded supermart 5 feet from you, like a mile down the road, you're not going to drive 10 miles or 20 miles or go to the nearest city to go get your goods when you've got a perfectly good supermart right there. So the bees are no different. So, what happens is the reason, that you can confidently say if you put them on a field of canola that it's canola honey, or if you put them on a field of sunflowers, it's sunflower honey. First of all, you can see it in the color of the honey because I can tell sunflower honey when my bees get it. I'll literally pull a frame out and be like, whoa, sunflower. And sure enough, if I go for a drive, I'll find a sunflower patch, like a sunflower field, like within a linear mile or two in straight line path. I'll find one because that's where they're getting it. Now, does that mean that they haven't picked up flowers from somebody's begonias on their front porch? No, it doesn't. They probably have. But you got to remember, it's like everybody's going out the front door and they're like, there's an entire field of flowers right here. You finish getting nectar from one flower, you literally go buzz, and you land on the next flower and nectar up again. And so they're no different than you and me. They think, well, that's the best use of my energy. I'm just going to go straight to the fucking supermarket. So they go to the patch of flowers that they're right beside. And if it's a big field of it, they don't need anything else. You can't, a field of canola, you almost couldn't put enough bees on that field to actually use all the nectar in that field and pollinate that whole field. So, you know, like they're going to just access that field because they do not want to waste energy. They're trying to store honey. So yeah, so no, your honey is always technically mixed, but based on the behavior of the beekeeper, the behavior of the bees, and the understanding of the beekeeper, his area, and what time of year it is. Like, you know, in the spring, if you get your hives going first thing in the spring, you get like spring wildflower, and it's mostly dandelion. And if you know like a farmer that has a field that's like a grazing field for cattle, that's like dandelions for as far as the eye can see, which I've seen the odd one around here, and you put your beehives on that field in spring, they will make 100 pounds of dandelion honey, you know, or like 50 pounds per hive of dandelion honey. And it will be flavored differently. It'll look different. And the only major flower for them to have accessed was dandelion. So you know it's going to be dandelion honey. And then, yeah, and then it just keeps going like that. You put them on alfalfa fields, you know, it's going to be alfalfa honey. You put them on lavender fields, you get lavender honey. Really nice lavender honey. So that's why, like, there's this, when I go to Florida, I like to get this wildflower honey out of Florida. Just get a small amount because we're loaded with honey. And we get a little thing of wildflower, and the flavors, it's very dark, but it doesn't have like that dark, it's not like buckwheaty. Like it's got a really good flavor. Yeah, but Manuka honey, I mean, there a lot of times I think Manuka honey has to be I've also planted a ridiculous amount of Manuka. Technically, to be actual Manuka honey, I think it has to be grown in the location that Manuka plants come from or something like that. But I mean, if you're getting it from Manuka, you'd have to have a hell of a field of Manuka plants. Like, one plant is not going to produce much honey. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we're talking about fields of canola that the earth curves on. But just to show you, like, if you look here, you'll actually see a different tone between these batches too, actually. So the plastic's not totally sealed up on it. Here, look at. See, like, the top one's really bright, actually, and these ones are a little bit dimmer underneath. But like, I've actually seen, you can actually look up, here, if I just do this. Here, let me just do Google.ca. Wax colors. Sorry. Here, this is the picture I like to show. Save image. Let me grab an image here. There you go. Like, just to give you an example of like the different colors of wax. So like the dark one on the bottom will likely be wax that's been collected out of the brood chamber because it gets that darkness. The reason it gets that darkness in there, and it gets darker and darker, the wax starts turning like black. It's because it's actually full of propolis. So it's all like, propolis is I have a big knot of it around here, actually. Just give me a second. Propolis is expensive shit. Like, it's crazy. It's worth like $100. I actually should be collecting it. It's like a dollop of it's worth like $100 fucking dollars for old ladies that want to use it in cosmetics. It's fucking insane. Hold, I actually broke it. Here. Hey, check it out. There. Actually, it's cold in the garage, so when I grabbed it, it's like it was shaped like a medallion just now, and I actually just fucking shattered it, which doesn't matter. It's like glue. The reason it was shaped like it was, it warmed up and flattened. So if you look, it was actually like flattened in a medallion because it was a blob. It was a blob of it. I just put like a ball of it together because like I could fold it. See, once I warm it up with my fingers. See, and it's just like a ball. Like I scrape it off the hives, and it's like. It's made of, it smells like pine tree. Because what it is it's all they actually collect saps and like bits of like terpenes and things off of pine trees. And then they make it into this fucking bee glue, this propolis shit. And that's what they use to glue. Like if there's a crack in the hive, the ants are coming in or something, they'll fucking stuff it full of this shit. They'll be like, fuck you, assholes. They just take this shit and they fucking jam the holes up with it. And that's why when we go to the hives, we have to use our hive tool, which is actually a blade. And we stick it along the side of the hive. And a lot of times we kind of like scrape it along the side of the hive because we're cutting through this shit because they've glued the boxes together. And that's how they keep them from getting drafts, and they keep them so if they fall, you know, if a tree fall over, like the hive stays solidified. But we have to like get it in there, and then a lot of times we get once you kind of get the blade in there, you use it like a lever and you crack the hive. And you actually use it like a snap lever, and you pry the hive up, and you'll usually hear like a cracking noise as you crack the seal to get into the hive. And it's because you're taking this bee glue, this extremely like once it warms up, look at it starts becoming like fucking plasticine putty. But then when it dries, when it cools, it hardens like a fucking rock again. So it's literally like bee glue. It's like sticky tack. It's made out of fucking pine tree and shit. And then, so this actually has antibiotic properties. Okay. That's why old ladies like it for their cosmetics. And it's worth like, I think this is worth like $100 what I'm holding, believe it or not. I can't remember. It's like $20 per microgram or something like that. It's disgusting. That's where the real money is. I should just teach my bees to make fucking propolis. And then like there's a lot of like that darker wax that I had up there. So that darker wax on the bottom, this one down here at the bottom, it's going to be full of this propolis because it came out of the brood chamber. And so as these get darker and darker as they clean them, and they get darker and darker and darker, the reason they're getting darker is they're cleaning them between batches of young and stuff. They're cleaning them by polishing them with propolis. And they do that because it seals it again, but it's also got antibiotic properties. So by rubbing this propolis inside the cell that they just cleaned a bit, that a person just, you know, a new bee just crawled out of, they clean the cell, prepare it, and they sterilize it using propolis. And in the process, that wax gets darker and darker and darker and darker to the point where I'm not going to go and grab another one to show you, but I have combs up there I could have grabbed for you that are literally as black as my Elgato. And after eventually, like they get 7 or 8 years old, eventually you have to start rotating out old combs. You'll take your blade and you'll just scrape all the wax off the frame. So like there's a piece of plastic in the center of this just for them to base on because it's easier for me to embed it, easier for them. So what you do is you just come along with your blade and you scrape it all off and you just melt it down and turn it into wax. But to give an example, this is after my wife has done all the hard work of cleaning it and scraping off the bottoms. But I'll show you one that's been unscraped. I have that right here. Okay, so we got this one right here. So just to show you. So the color of this wax is actually very light. If you look, it's actually extremely light. It's covered in fucking hair too. These ones I have to put through a cleaning machine, so it doesn't really matter. If you look at the color of it's actually pretty beautiful. But if you look at the bottom, it's covered in junk. It's all really thick propolis bits and all that junk out of the hives. So these we just did a quick cleaning on and we stored them for now because I need to make a wax cleaning machine something that just heats up, and then these fall through, the wax melts and falls through some filters. Gotta get the time to do it. So until then, we get this brick of wax, just kind of lay these couple bricks of wax laying around of our own stuff, but we buy stuff to make up for it. So, yeah. Hey, Gordon's Raber, you were probably right. It was about an hour now. Look at you. Do bees reuse the combs then? Yes, they do. In fact, the whole point about me doing it like this, Gordon's Raber, is that it's quicker for them to reuse them, and I can produce a lot more honey. Because all I do is I come along like this, I put these, I have boxes of this stuff stacked to the ceiling in the winter in the garage. Like I have probably 20 boxes of frames. That in itself is probably worth several $1,000s if I was to sell my bee business. Just in boxes of comb, I have several thousands of dollars. All in all, the bee business is probably worth 10 or 15K now, to be blunt about it, because the beehives are worth a lot of money. Like active live beehives, fire sale pricing for a 2-story beehive would be $500. I have 10 of them. So, you know, if you did $600 or $700, or let's say you said $600 a hive, you know, 10 hives. So I've got $6,000 in active live bees if I wanted to sell that part of the business, and then so 15 is probably a little high. This is probably worth 10, but it doesn't make that much money. That's what it's worth. But it takes years. I've been building this for probably the better part of a decade now. But yeah, so what I do is I come along with a blade and I cut the cappings off, because they cap them like this, like they're sealed, right? They seal them right up because they're full of honey. In fact, that's probably still got honey in it. It's all crystallized. Yep. So, so they actually there's honey right there too. They so they cap them. I cut the capping off, and then I put them in an extractor. I have a motorized one this year. My mom bought me a motorized one last year that we did not need because we had a really shitty winter and not a lot of honey. But this year I was able to use it. So we have a motorized extractor, spins them around, collects the honey. A couple of years ago we did 1,200 pounds ourselves. So last 2 years we've bought a bit of honey off of a fellow beekeeper that I'm friends with to bolster our amount so we can keep our customers and make everybody happy. So. Yeah, part of being business. How do you get the honey out? Well, exactly like that. So we just cut it, we strip it. I could always show people one day. That might be a fun video just for fun. We could, I could do a little live stream from my garage or something like that. But I mean, we're out of the season now. So I cut the cappings off, put them in an extractor, spins around, throws all the honeys out of the frames. And then what I typically do is I take all the, what we call them wet frames, because they're sticky. Like even this one's a little bit tacky, but this one actually probably went to the hives because it's pretty dry. We call them wet frames because they're sticky and wet and drippy. And what we do is I put them back in the frames. This is normal. We put them back in their boxes, and then I take them back out to the beehives and I put them back on the beehives empty, and I put them up top there for them to just go lick out for a couple days. So they spend 2 or 3 days going up there and making out with the hive, the hive frames. And what they do is you do it in a way where you put a board in there so it's not really part of the hive, but it is. And so what they do is they go up there and they go, well, we got to take this off all like home. And then they go back down to the hive. And so they just take whatever honey they gather out of the top. They'll go store it in their other cells down below. You come back a couple days later, put in a skateboard down, which is like a minnow trap. So they get out, but they can't get back in. And you kind of force all the bees out. And then you go back another day later and you collect your boxes, stack them up for the winter. But yeah, and that's just the extracting part. I mean, we have to, that honey is full of wax and there's bits of bees and all kinds of shit in there because, that's, you're producing a product that comes from insects. So then what we have to do is we have to then take that honey. It's in a vat that's being warmed we don't pasteurize. We're non-pasteurized. So we warm it to a certain temperature so that it's not pasteurized, but it's warm. You gotta warm it to work with it. It'll become viscous as fuck. And then once it's warm enough, we have a food grade filter system, which are just actual food grade filters, double filters. Eventually I'll get a force system, but that's going to be when we're a little bigger. It's expensive shit. So then we just do natural gravity food grade filtering through the food grade filters. We have a couple of them. We swap them out, clean them, dry them as we need to, keep them going. And then, pour the honey through the food grade filters, pull out all the extra stuff, and then boom, food grade filter. So, you know, obviously the bucket it goes into is a special food grade vat that's got a food grade gate on it, honey gate, you know, so you can fill up your tubs and stuff, and, you know, sealed and all that stuff. And then, yeah, we store it in there, we keep it warm with a warming wrap. And that's where we pour it out to our containers as we're selling it. And then towards the end of the year, we kind of got to get it out of those containers because we can't leave it in there like that all winter. Else you got air gaps and honey will start taking on water. So at some point, we start paling the rest of it. And then we can even put some stuff in. If we have a lot of honey, we can 5-gallon pail it. And then we can melt the 5-gallon pails later if we need to resell more. So it's taken years to get this process. I mean, we used to fucking extract. I had the extractor in the basement here. You know, and I was just like fucking cranking away with the fucking handheld extractor. What an adventure, you know? This carpet's had honey in it a few times. There's a patch over there. The fucking carpet's crusty from wax that's been spilled from making candles, and it's been our lives, right? So, but that's, you know, it's gave us a little bit of extra spending money at times when money was tight, and it's, you know, it's been really nice because now my wife has something she can work towards. So, I mean, truth be told, she's kind of, other than that, I'm the primary beekeeper because she's been taking care of kids and I haven't had the time to train her. So I do the physical beekeeping part and everything and keeping of the bees. And now she's the keeper of the business, of the bee business. Because I got my other business now, the HVAC business, which is kind of popping off a little bit right now. So it's good. So she has something to work on as the kids get older and I have something to work on. So, and the idea is that we're going to start, as we get babysitters and the kids get older and they're in school and we got the time, we're going to start training her to do the hands-on beekeeping too. And then we're going to be a team. So how long do bees use a frame like one shown, and how long to build one in such frame? I mean, if it's the right time of year, they'll build that frame in like a day or two if it's the right hive. Those frames, I can use them for years. I mean, they're good for like the better part of a decade. Especially if they're only in there temporary. The ones that they're using for brood, they get more beaten up. And what happens is they keep cleaning with the propolis. They keep using this propolis. And the holes actually get smaller and smaller and smaller. And then eventually the bees actually start having troubles reproducing in the holes. Because normally a hive by then would have swarmed away and the tree would have burnt in a forest fire or been pushed over by bears and eaten, and they would have fucked off and found a new home. So they never normally have comb that old. So that's the only reason that's a problem. Otherwise, normally that wouldn't be a thing that would be normally an issue in nature. Get them kids trained in beekeeping. Yeah, if I had the time, Adam, I haven't even had time to fucking play video games with my kid or like fucking play a board game. Like I'm down here doing paperwork after work, you know, and my wife sends me a text to let me know dinner's ready sometimes. Like that was today even. So yeah, it's not like a woe is me thing. Like we've did a lot of catching up on bills this year, with the money I've been able to make, and we're finally floating again. Like we paid our credit cards off. Like even last year when my wife got T-boned in her car, we didn't have the money to replace the car. My parents helped us buy a car. So you know, I think we all got money problems. It's more of a just statement of a sense of like, you know, it's been a long time coming, having our heads above water. It's hard. I think a lot of people out there know what it's like when you're kind of constantly struggling to get air. Actually, it was one of the smartest things D Marbles ever said. I saw on one of his streams the other day. He said, you know, when you've been trying to get air for so long, he said, you know, and you get a little bit of air, you know, leaving a little bit of money, you know, that's such a huge fucking deal because you've been drowning for so long. You just get that tiny little bit of air, you know, kind of thing. And that's, I know that was the only thing that D's ever said that was actually really smart and intelligent, because he nailed it. He 100% nailed it. When you spend, and that's why you even start like, you know, you don't even want to volunteer your time anymore to people, because you've been struggling to pay bills and you've been struggling to keep yourself afloat for so long. And people are like, oh, could you donate your time for something? You're like, fuck you and your fucking time. Like, I don't have time. Like, oh yeah, donate my fucking time. Like my time's fucking free, you know? And so, you know, philanthropy and stuff goes right out the goddamn window when people don't feel like they have enough to survive. Because they get upset and they get strung out. And then you think, well, why the fuck should I be donating my time away? You know, I need to spend my time making money, you know, and it kind of consumes you a little bit. So that's been my battle in the last few years, you know, is just trying to get my wage to a position of comfort. So, but you know, I don't think I'm unique. So this is more of a I'm just talking to everybody. We're just talking. All right, grow more flowers if you want to help them. I mean, I take care of the bees, so somebody else can grow more flowers. Besides, you know, if people really want to help the bees, you need to look into your native bees a bit more. Because D Marble's back planner walk because he just quit his job because he didn't want to get a vaccine. So he's been posting like every other day now. He probably got told by his old job to stop posting or he'd lose his job. Because as soon as he went to quit, he started posting like fucking daily. So I have a feeling he got told not to. That's what I think. Because he worked for a defense contractor. Like a government defense contractor is my understanding of some sort. So like, I don't think they put up with fucking that bullshit. This summer they're always out and having 2 orange trees and a lemon tree. They're always... Interesting. I mean, there is problems with bee collapse in places. On that note, I gotta try to treat my bees with chemical tomorrow. So, gotta go oxalic acid them with my fandangled like ghost hunting machine I made. Vegas baby girl know what I'm talking about because I made a homemade oxalic acid producer, but it definitely looks like I'm gonna go ghost hunting with JL Warren. So, anyways, okay, guys, I think I've been on for more than long enough. Godden's Raver, I owe you an apology. Apparently, you were right when you said 1 hour outro, because it's been the better part of an hour, and I'm still here. I don't know. I might be wrong. He worked for a government contractor at the very least. Let's put it that way, God. I do know that. And of course, government contractors mandated, or America mandated government workers need to be vaccinated. He ain't gonna take vaccination, so he quit. Well, yeah, Angie. I mean, in my world, they're not disappearing because when I have a beehive die, I buy another one, and like I buy another queen, and I split one of my beehives like a friendship loaf, and I make another hive. But, I mean, let's put it this way. Imagine if your cattle farmers were losing 50 to 70% of their cattle in the winter. Imagine, how long do you think a cattle farmer would be in business? And that's what beekeepers deal with on an average basis, is anywhere from 50 to even 70% losses in beehives in a winter sometimes because of varroa mite, stresses, chemicals. They also think that hive collapse might be being caused by not just one chemical, but because, you'll get Monsanto and then we'll say, well, this chemical doesn't cause that. And they're like, but what happens when we mix all 10 of the fucking things together in one beehive? And they're like, didn't test that. They're like, oh, maybe we should do that. So there is evidence that one of these chemicals alone doesn't do it, but when we start mixing all these different, neonicotinoids or nocticides or whatever the hell they're called, neonicotinoids or something, that we start really fucking with their ability to think and to function. So, yeah, and it's killing them. So, oh, well, this is what it is. I've been actually having really good winters lately, other than that one winter, which kind of devastated us, that was kind of mental health, relationship-wise, related a bit more, I think. But I've actually been having okay winters because where I store my bees now, it's this natural spot where there's a windbreak on the edge of, like, farm property. So there's 2 sets of trees, and the bees are between them. And all the snow in the winter pours in the center, and it starts filling that space up. And it fucking buries them, like completely buries them in snow. And it's the best thing that could ever happen. Other than that, the fucking mice get in there. So this year I have to make sure to put in absolute like mice guards and religiously make sure mouse guards are in on every hive to keep those assholes out. Because they're at the bottom of the snow and that's where they're getting in. And then they just hang out in the hive and fucking eat honey and shit in there and fucking eat bees. And they are too cold to deal with it. So there'll be a little pile of fucking bees because they go up and they pluck a bee from the edge and they num 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 num. They eat their little torsos. Head comes off, little body, little butt comes off. Go up and grab another one. So you end up with like fucking pile of dead fucking bees. And guess what? That's more attrition. So if you get too much attrition during the winter, it kills your hive. So, you know, if you don't have a powerful enough hive and you get a mouse in there's fucking eating fucking bees to live, it ends up affecting your survival rate. But I've actually been having survival rates of more like 80 or 90% in this location because of the fact that they're so cozy. And literally the one year I went, it snowed so much I walked out. I was like, holy shit, they're gone. Like they were underneath, like I was standing. These beehives are 4 feet tall, 3 feet tall. I was on top of them, like they were gone. And I just counted the holes. I'm like, like there's 8 little chimneys. I'm like, 8 hives, 8 chimneys. Called my friend up. I'm like, he's a beekeeper, career A. I'm like, should I dig down and open up the front of these hives? He's like, just fucking leave them. He said, if they got chimneys, they're breathing. Just leave it. Streamlabs, stop spamming. Streamlabs it spams a little bit, but it only does that every once in a while. I mean, if you go everything else is people requesting its action. I did slow down how often it asks you to hit like and stuff like that. It doesn't bug you so much. I think you might even be able to block Streamlabs if you don't like it. There's a way. There's a way. You can always hide it. Like, don't do it as a fucking... No. Don't hide it as a fucking mod, though. And don't remove its moderator. Don't do any of that. You could just... Oh, maybe you can't. I thought you could hide it to you. Okay, well, don't fuck with it. Anyways. Okay, that means hi. Hi, Angie. So anyways, I'm actually sweating. I'm a little warm. I am tired. I gotta be up working in like 7 hours, which is okay, but gotta get to bed at some point. So on that note, I want to thank everybody who came by. Everybody chatted, had this nice long bee chat with me, and you know, we can talk about this, you know, another time. I think it'd be fun. So I am sorry that I didn't stream for 2 weeks, and I am working on content again. Like, I'm always working on content. Like, when I was being honest, team, when I said I didn't have anything in the cooker last week, but that was the better part of a week ago. You got to start working on content. Hide it as a mod. Don't do that. It'll stop working. Please don't. Anyways, so on that note, I'm just going to outro out here. Have yourselves a good night. Thank you for listening to me, hanging out, being part of the party, and just hit the like button if you haven't. And I love you guys. Thanks for coming. Really appreciate it. And I have to find my out button because I don't know what I'm doing these days. Outros? It's not even in there. Oh, there it is.